Bridges pass completed to number 5, Hunter Fields. He goes in for the touchdown. That'll move our score. Waverly-Shell 52, Washington 12. Is no good. That'll leave our score. Waverly-Shell 52, Washington 12. Kicking off for the Warriors, number 13, Gavin Burgess. Back deep for the Mohawks, number 12, Lane Rivers. 14, Ben Kirkland. Number 12, Lane Rivers, returns the kickoff. Tackled by number 5, Hunter Fields. Mohawks have first and 10 from their own 36. Cash hands was Jerry. Tackle by 45, Mark Love, down to the 40-yard line. Brings up second down 6. Dominic Mackey with Gary. Dominic Bagby with the carry. Tackled by 21, Ari Johnson. Brought down to the 48-yard line. Brings up second down 8. 25, Dominic Bagby with the carry. Tackle by 22, Johnny Tobias. Picks up third down 8. Ben Perkle with a carry. Tackled by number 50, Gabriel Fuchsel.
Sure, it is doing that way.
Jack Elfmiller, escorted by his parents, John and Becca Elfmiller. Aiden Delau, escorted by his parents, Fred and Jenny Delau. Makyber Haggard, escorted by his parents, Rusty and Denise Haggard. Matthew Langer, escorted by his parents, Jeremy and Becky Langer. Marcus Olsen, escorted by his mom, Janet Olsen. Caleb Shipper, escorted by his parents, Mark and Laura Shipper. Frederick Yang, escorted by his parents, Min and Barry Davis. Next, introducing our queen. Natalie Beck, escorted by her parents, Jeff and Sally Beck. Hannah Byers, escorted by her parents, Jake and Michelle Byers. Avery Corcoran, escorted by her parents, Chris and Jessica Porter. Corinne Eckerman, escorted by her parents, Eric and Sue Eckerman. Delilah Brennan, escorted by her parents, Doug and Jessica Brennan. Genevieve Tower, escorted by her parents, Corey and Thomas Tower. Jamie Roman, escorted by her parents, Kevin and Cody Roman. Elliot Schneiderman, escorted by her parents, Joshua and Sue Schneiderman. Let's hear it for these outstanding representatives. Before we start our team queen, please welcome back last year's team queen, Jameson, Toma, and Leah Paul. And now, for the moment you have all been waiting for, your 2025 homecoming king is Marcus Olsen. Your 2025 homecoming queen is Hannah Byers. Let's give one more round of applause to Marcus and Hannah and the rest of our homecoming queen. Thank you all for coming tonight to support our students and our school. Go home.
The only thing Football on K-Way Country, AM 1470, FM 96.3. Hi, this is the voice of the Knights, Matt Ray. Join fellow Wartburg alum Scott Stewart and I Saturday as the 8th-ranked Knights host the Dubuque Spartans. Countdown to kickoff show at 12:30 and kick at 1:30. It's Wartburg College Homecoming, Saturday at 12:30 on K-Way Country, AM 1470, FM 96.3.
Oh, it tears me up when you go all to pieces. You cry eyes say you've been hurt enough. Trying hard don't always make it easy, 'cause hearts aren't made to break, they're made to love. Lately all I do is think about you. It's weighing like a stone inside my mind. And I know I've taken you for granted and left your heart hanging on the line. Oh, it tears me up when you go all to pieces. Your crying eyes say you've been hurt enough. Trying hard don't always make it easy, 'cause hearts aren't made to break, they're made to love. Your love is finally getting to me. I can't believe the things I've done, and still you're standing here beside me. The fool and the faithful one. Oh, it tears me up when you go all to pieces. Your crying eyes say you've been hurt enough. Trying hard, 'cause hearts aren't made to break, they're made to love. Oh, hearts aren't made to break, they're made to love.
Rolling Forward in Shell Rock proudly presents Waverly-Shell Rock football on the Kiwi Sports Network.
The story demands a high snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and it is good! It's good! It's good! It's good!
Tonight's ball game is brought to you by Rolling Forward, the Waverly Health Center, Delavu Oil Company, Waverly Tire Company, St. Paul's Lutheran Church and School, Butler Bremer Communications, First Bank of Waverly, Plainfield, and Cedar Falls, Assured Partners, Jerry Rolling Motors, First Maxfield Mutual Insurance, CUSB Bank, Yoder Construction, American Family Insurance, Malloy & Associates in Waverly, Elsa Miller Electric, Denver Insurance Agency, Fairview Ag in Waverly, Cedar Valley Futures Trading, Noel Fry State Farm in Waverly, North Iowa Counseling, Johnston Financial Services, Dale Service, Cedar Valley Appliance, Waverly Family Dentistry, Waverly Utilities, Folker's Financial Strategies, Blueberry Hill Ag Services, Pizza Ranch in Waverly, and Joe Hawk Dumpers in Waverly. Now let's go to the field. Here's the voice of the Go Hawks, Matt Ray.
Hawk Stadium for tonight's Class 4A District 2 football game featuring the 2-4 Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors and your 2-4 Waverly-Shell Rock Go Hawks. This is another must-win game for the Go Hawks, who must win out if they realistically want to finish second in this district and go to the playoffs. The Warriors present a tough test. Washington is led by dual-threat quarterback Grady McGuire, who has 10 total touchdowns and 1,317 total yards. The Go Hawks will need to shut down the dual-threat quarterback if they want to keep dreaming sweet playoff dreams. We'll get you ready for this evening's game with the Go Hawk pregame show. Over the next half hour, we'll check the Blueberry Hill Ag Services field report. talk with Coach Cal Twait, introduce the Jerry Rolling Motors starting lineups, and hear the Go Hawk Marching Band play the national anthem, proudly presented by Rolling Forward, by Carlson Family Farms, in Cedar Falls. Tonight is an important game for the Go Hawks. This is a must-win. This is a night where the temporary happiness of many rests in the balance. It's also homecoming night. The old adage is that homecoming week is only as good as the football game allows. The dress-up days are done. The king and queen have been crowned. All that's left now is to discover what mood the homecoming dance will have following the game. The alumni are here. The parents are here. The students are here. The community is here. The band is here. The cheerleaders are here, and your hometown station is here for homecoming 2025. What could be more Americana than this? Well, a win on homecoming would be. It's Waverly-Shell Rock versus Cedar Rapids, Washington homecoming football, presented by Rolling Forward, live on the K-Way Sports Network.
Rolling Forward, it's a name you know with the ones you trust.
Are you looking for a new vehicle but don't know where to start? If you're wanting to skip the stress, visit the best place in the area to purchase a reliable vehicle. Hi, I'm Greg Stockdale from Rolling Ford in Shell Rock. We are the only dealership in the area to be named the Ford President's Award winner 7 years in a row, putting us in the top 1% in the country. With our top-notch service and sales departments, we will make your experience as smooth as possible. We have an abundance of new and certified pre-owned Ford vehicles, plus you'll have the opportunity to build your own F-150 or any vehicle of your choice. No matter what you value when car shopping, Rolling Ford offers the best of the best. Stop in today or go to rollingford.com to see our new and certified pre-owned vehicles we have ready for you. Rolling Ford, right off Highway 3 in Shell Rock, the destination Ford store where you'll really like how you're treated.
We get you rolling Ford.
Patients and families choose hospitals and providers for many reasons. It's no surprise that quality of care tops the list. What is surprising is when top quality care is combined with convenience and comfort at the highest levels, especially in a small community. That's an experience beyond expectations. It all works out to a rare combination. We're big enough to care for you, but small enough to care about you. Find local care at waverlyhealthcenter.org.
Nothing can be as important as keeping your home properly heated this winter. And if your LP gas man is Delavu Oil, you're assured that running out of LP will never be a problem. Delavu Oil is there when you need them 24 hours a day for all your LP and fuel oil needs. Call the professionals at Delavu Oil at 319-352-3437 or stop in and visit with them at 600 West Bremer Avenue, Waverly. For home heating fuels, it's Delavu Oil in Waverly.
Welcome back to the Go Hawk pregame show. Waverly-Shell Rock hosting Cedar Rapids, Washington in district action. Time now for the Blueberry Hill Ag Services Field Reports. Want the best yields from your field? Trust Blueberry Hill Ag Services. It's 65 degrees, clear skies, winds from the north at 7 miles per hour. A grass field here at Go Hawk Stadium with the black Go Hawk flying at midfield with wingtips touching each 45-yard line. The numbers are outlined but not filled in, and the end zones are not filled in. There's a black track wrapping around. The band coming out onto the field. Big crowd here for homecoming. That's the Blueberry Hill Ag Services Field Reports. Want the best yields from your field? Trust Blueberry Hill Ag Services. I'm Matt Ray, joining you as always. Joining me as always is Coach Nate Steggy. And well, there's a lot of reasons to be up for this game. You know, it's a must-win. It's homecoming. I mean, there's just so many reasons for the Go Hawks to get off to a quick start, Coach.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. I think that's probably the most important thing tonight is we get off to a good start. We haven't, got off to a good start for a while, and it's a little bit tougher to bounce back. But I feel like if we could get off to a good start, get a little momentum early, and start feeling a little bit better about ourselves, I think that could go a long ways tonight. You know, a lot of people looking at this go, okay, last three are must-wins. Oh, boy, wouldn't it be fun for that Decorah Waverly-Shell Rock game to be for all the marbles? Well, you can't overlook Wash. Wash is a really good team. They've just played some really tough squads on the way here, kind of like Waverly-Shell Rock. So they're 2-4. We're 2-4. I don't think this is a bad team at all that the Go Hawks are going to be playing. No, I mean, you said it. They've played a tough schedule too, and we believe that this Go Hawk team is a pretty good football team, even though they're 2-4, and I feel the same way about them. I've watched a little bit of their film, and they're physical, and they're really going to try to run the ball. Their dual threat quarterback is going to be a problem, and we got to make sure we get him taken care of. And so, the biggest thing is they're looking at us as a game they can win too. And they're in the same hunt that we are, and so we got to make sure that we're ready to go and get off to a great start tonight.
And we'll talk with Coach in just a little bit. Coach Cal Twait will join us as the Go Hawk pregame show continues. It's Waverly-Shell hosting Washington for homecoming on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Tamala Johnson, principal at St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly. I invite you to discover what academic, emotional, and spiritual growth opportunities St. Paul's can provide your children. If you're interested in school choice and giving your child a well-rounded educational opportunity in a Christian setting, please visit our website or call and ask about our educational and scholarship programs. St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly is an accredited institution where Christian faith and learning go hand in hand.
Serving the local community was our commitment when our bank was founded over 155 years ago. We continued the mission with local ownership and community focus. I'm Susan Whitson with First Bank. From local shop owners to generational farmers to new homeowners and retired teachers, helping you plan for your financial future has been a part of who we are. We're proud to serve you first. Welcome to First Bank. This is our story, and we're just getting started. Visit firstiowa.bank to learn more about how we can serve you first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Go Hawk pregame show as Waverly-Shell is at home for homecoming, taking on Washington, talking with Coach Cal Twait. And, well, last week you took on the #1 team in the state. What'd you learn about your squad?
Yeah, I think last week there were, the final score didn't end up being what we wanted it to be, but I thought we saw some positives in, I thought we moved the ball pretty well, especially in the first half, against a pretty good Xavier defense. And then I thought, our kids continue to battle, and even when we brought the second unit in, we just, for health reasons, with about 5 minutes left, we put probably even more, probably 7 or 8 minutes left, we put the 2 units in just because getting late in the year, we wanted to keep everyone healthy the best we could. And then I thought we blocked a punt with that group, put another touchdown in. So I was just pleased with across the board, guys continuing to fight.
Of course, the big moment was Jaden Stevens getting re-injured, and your heart breaks for him personally. I'm so bummed for him. I saw him the other night, had a chance, like everyone else in town has, to say that much. But also, your team kind of has these future plans ruined. It was kind of in their minds, hey, we'll get Jaden back, then we'll make a run. But that's not going to be the case. You got to make a run without him. So how did your team's mentality shift and be able to adjust with, kind of that plan ruined?
Yeah, I think you hit the head on the nose. The main thing is you feel super bad for a really talented kid. He got probably it was less than 20 plays in his sophomore season of football, and he's just a super dynamic kid. So really feel for him in general. But I think the biggest thing is just when the initial injury happened, it was the same idea of, hey, football's the ultimate team sport for the reason, right? And it's going to have to be kids continue to step up. Like you said, it's definitely a blow to the team, right? Like, there's no doubt about it. He makes us better on offense and defense. But just having guys continue to step up, and the reality is we've lived this for the whole season, right? So it's not like it's a shock coming in week 7. It's something that we've had all season long, and we need to continue to have guys step up in his absence.
And, it couldn't be better timing, in my opinion, for homecoming. Youthful exuberance and just a way to get your guys' mind really positive. I mean, at least that's how I see it. How do you see it?
Yeah, I think homecoming came at a great time for us. We're still sitting 1-1 in the district, and you got 3 more district games to play, knowing that they all need to be games that we're able to come out on top in. So, having this week to get, like you said, get the morale high, get the school spirit up, get guys jacked up and ready to play in a big game is important, and I think homecoming fell at a really good time for us.
Do anything fun at practice?
Yeah. Honestly, this week at practice, we made it a priority to lighten up the amount of time. I guess I just felt like the week before we were flatter than what we would have liked to be, and just as reflecting as coaches, we said I think we can get the same amount of work done, and we'll just be a little bit more efficient with some things. And I can definitely sometimes less is more that way, and I think just probably getting done about 15-20 minutes sooner each night at practice this week, and I think that will help to just keep guys hungry and ready that way.
Again, this is the Go Hawk pregame show. You take on Washington, as you say. All the rest of your games are must-wins, and they've got a great quarterback. He's a read option guy, 600 yards on the ground, 600 through the air, and good thing you have Tate. Once again, Tate Lolk is that guy that can help you prepare for them.
No doubt. The McGuire, he does a really good job operating that offense. He's pretty smooth on the reads. That's going to be a difficult thing. And ends are closing and figuring out if he's going to hand it to the dive back or keep it on the perimeter. I'd say his best asset is just he's slippery when he gets in space. Not very, very rarely do they ever pitch the ball to like a true triple option wing or, a slot back coming wide in motion, but most of the time it's either giving it up to the dive back, 22. He does a good job. He's a pretty physical runner. And then, like I said, when he has the ball in space, I think he's a dynamic kid. And we've had a really good look all week. Tate Lolk has took a ton of those reps as our scout team quarterback, emulating that look, and that's been advantageous for us.
What about their defense?
Yeah, on defense, they're an odd front structure. We've seen a lot of those this season, but their odd front structure, they play a ton of man coverage, and it's like an off man at like 10 yards off. So we got to be able to get the ball in the perimeter quick and exploit that. A lot of teams have been doing that. And then they have some decent bodies on the inside. They're not always the most gap sound. So I think it's a game if you're able to stay on track and you're able to, from an up-front standpoint, and you're able to hit the hole hard, there should be some good creases in there.
And, Coach, it feels like, your offense just hasn't been smooth yet. I mean, if you had a knack of, running 6 good plays in a row in the 7th, And so how do you smooth out the offense? Because nobody looks at what you've done and think they can't do it.
Yeah, no, I would say the one night that we felt like we had some things going was the Mason City game. I thought we were able to stay on track there for a good chunk of that game. We were able to run the ball pretty well. Weren't as efficient in the throwing game that night. But like you said, it's just when you're not breaking off super explosive plays, it's the ability to continue to sustain drives is huge. And I think this week we've done a good job of paring stuff down and not trying to get overly complicated in what we're doing, but run select formation and plays really well, and that's what we're trying to do on Friday night.
You brought up explosive plays. I mean, on the year, you could say too many big plays given up, not enough big plays on your side other than kick returns.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The number 7 was definitely in the cards for, trying to make a lot of explosives, but he did a few times on Friday night when he was in there. It's just the nature of, we have a couple guys who are capable, like Rylan Peters caught that really long one against Mason City, both, like you said, on kick returns, and he can take it. I'd say at tailback this year would be, we're just not quite as explosive at the position. Our guys are doing a good job, but, it's a lot more 5- and 6-yard runs than 30-yard runs. And realistically, the 6 or 7 blocking, their job's to get 4 or 5 yards, and then it becomes the tailback / maybe a receiver or two that's going to explode a ball for 20 or 30 yards. So, like I said, just being able to we're going to have to be able to dial up some plays to get guys in space to be able to create those explosives we need.
Are you feeling a lot of pressure right now?
I wouldn't say pressure. I would say that the urgency needs to be high right now, right? Like we need to be playing good football, but I wouldn't say there's any sort of external pressure feel. It's more of just, hey, there's no time to wait for this. No, it's go time right now, and I say urgency is at its peak right now.
How do you play urgently and have that sense of urgency without having kids get away from doing their 1/11th?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the main idea is the urgency, and that sort of thing needs to be done within the parameters of your assignment and the parameters of, your task at, like you said, your 111th. It's being detailed on what your key is and trusting yourself. And that's something that we've really been preaching lately is, trust your eyes, trust your gut, and go do it. There's no reason to play slow or play tentative. If you're going to make a mistake, make it really aggressive. And that's something that this week in practice we've definitely been, it's felt like, especially on defense the last few weeks, that it's almost too much paralysis and waiting and not just triggering and going. Mm-hmm. And so we've made a big emphasis on just go attacking stuff.
All right, well, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck and happy homecoming.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Again, that's Coach Cal Twait. It's Waverly-Shell hosting Cedar Rapids, Washington. This is the K-Way Sports Network.
Assured Partners in Waverly, Waterloo, and Nashua is your one call for insurance and benefits needs. Assured Partners offers a full line of home, auto, and renter's insurance, along with commercial, fleet, liability, and workers' comp insurance. And Assured Partners can also help you with your benefits package, whether you're a business looking out for your employees or someone with a retirement portfolio to manage. Call your local Assured Partners office for all the details. Assured Partners in Waverly, Waterloo, and Nashua. Power through partnership.
Looking for a new ride? At Jerry Rolling Motors, the all-new Chevy and Buick lineup is here. With sleek designs, brand new technology, and a ride so comfortable you'll look forward to every mile.
Whether it's advanced safety features, connected infotainment, or just the thrill of driving something new, you'll find it at Jerry Rolling Motors. We live here,
we work here,
and we are here for you.
Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Jerry Rolling Motors, right for you.
You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network, K-Way Country, AM 1470, and the new FM 96.3.
Welcome back to the Go Hawk pregame show. It's homecoming. The band's playing, and it's time now for the Jerry Rolling Motors starting lineups. Come see the impressive lineup of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at Jerry Rolling Motors in Waverly. Let's start with the visitors from Cedar Rapids, Washington. Eric Addy sends out this group of young men on the offense. At center, Brody Griffin, a 5'10", 265-pound senior. Right guard, Willie Davis, a 6', 290-pound junior. Right tackle, Owen Blackhurst, a 6'2", 225-pound senior. Left guard is Aaron Wazak, a 6'2", 265-pound sophomore. And left tackle, Eli Fletcher, a 6'1", 265-pound sophomore. At tight end, Cam Stroshine, a 6'2", 200-pound junior. Wide receiver, Fidel Tia, a 6', 165-pound senior. And Will Ra, a 6'2", 185-pound junior. Two backs, Keegan Waters, a 5'11", 165-pound senior. Their fullback, who gets most of the carries, Nick Riley, a 5'11", 200-pound senior. And a man who's got over 600 in the air and on the ground, quarterback Grady McGuire. He's the stir that straws the drink. He's 6'1", 169 pounds and a senior. Go Hawk defensively look like this as Coach Kevin Twait, the DC, sends out this unit. At defensive line on the inside, Owen Lawless, a 6', 240-pound senior. Matt Langner, a 6'2", 225-pound senior. On the outside, Ian Cedric, a 6'1", 260-pound senior. And Brady Willis, a 6'2", 170-pound senior. By the way, his late father was inducted into the Insurance Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Jim on that and his family, and what a great deal for them. At linebacker, the man in the middle, Jack Elsemiller, a 6'1", 205-pound senior. On the outside, Easton Jorgensen, a 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. And Elijah Wheeler, a 6'5", 190-pound junior. At quarterback for the Go Hawks, Nolan Johnson, a 5'9", 160-pound junior. Thomas Meyer Lillibridge, a 6'2", 200-pound senior. And the safeties are Shane Newsom, a 5'11", 180-pound junior. And the free safety, Brady Bodensteiner, is 6'2", 190-pound senior. Now the starters when the Go Hawks have the football. They're coached by Cal Twait, Ben Applegate, Jim England, Paul Hubbard, Jason and Peyton Leonard, Brian Miller, Patrick Mulholland, Mark Schipper, John Serrata, Jared Tucker, and Kevin Twait. The OC, Jared Tucker, sends out this group. At center, Porter Behrens, a 6'1", 190-pound senior. He's featured on the locker room this week. At right guard, Owen Kelly is 6'2", 275-pound senior. Right tackle, Mason Hendricks is 6'7", 320-pound senior. At left guard, Ian Cedric is 6'1", 260-pound senior. And Matt Langner, the left tackle, is 6'2", 265-pound senior. At tight end, Brady Willis is 6'1", 180-pound senior. Wide receivers are Brady Bodensteiner. He's got 5 TDs on the year, a 6'2", 190-pound senior. Cale Dewey will be the wingback, a 5'9", 190-pound senior. He was on the locker room as well. The ex-wide receiver, Thomas Meyer Lillibridge, is 6'2", 200-pound senior. Wheeler, Elsa Miller, Peters, Gilau, Holmquist will also get a lot of snaps. At running back, McIver Haggerty's got 5 touchdowns this year, a 6', 190-pound senior. Jorgensen will back him up. And the quarterback with 4 TDs and 5 picks, Caleb Schipper, is 6'1", 180-pound senior. Washington is in a 4-3 defense tonight. On the inside of the line, Brian Robertson, a 6'3", 265-pound sophomore. Raven Shaughnessy, a 215-pound senior. On the ends, Andrew Budikofer, a 180-pound sophomore. And Terrion Montgomery, a 205-pound senior. The linebackers in the middle, Kobe Sent, a 5'11", 185-pound junior. On the outside, Will Raw, a 6'2", 185-pound junior. Nick Riley, a 5'11", 200-pound senior. At quarterback, Gabe Brown, a 5'7", 150-pound junior. Cash Bate, a 5'8", 150-pound senior. The safeties are Fidel Tia, a 165-pound, 6-foot senior, and Dateon Ayers, a 5'9", 160-pound junior. The Jerry Rolling Motors starting lineups. Come see the impressive lineup of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at Jerry Rolling Motors in Waverly as the Go Hawks run out onto the field. They're huddled up, getting pumped up at midfield. The color guard bringing the flag out there as well. Cheerleaders bringing the WSR flag. It's black with gold WSR. The band down below us says Washington not out on the field at this point in time. And let's take a listen to the band play the fight song. And that's the Go Hawk Marching Band homecoming here as everybody's getting pretty pumped up for the football game. The color guard at midfield on the south end zone. The right-hand side, they'll have the flag going up the pole here in just a moment as Athletic Director Greg Bodensteiner giving the halt sign for everybody as Cedar Rapids, Washington must be making their way out onto the field for the national anthem coming up soon. As Greg directing traffic down there. Just when you think you want to be an athletic director, Nate, you go and see all the stuff he's got to do.
He doesn't have the ladder out by the scoreboard tonight, so that's a good sign.
Well, they moved last couple weeks. They moved the PA announcer one booth over, and they moved the radio antenna for the scoreboard from the east side to the west side, and they think that's going to fix the scoreboard.
So to shorten it up a little bit, huh?
I guess so. It's 25 feet closer. It's time now for our national anthem, proudly presented by Carlson Family Farms and played by the marching band. That's our national anthem, proudly presented by Carlson Family Farms in Cedar Falls, as Washington was not out there for the anthem. The Go Hawks were out there. They weren't waiting for the Go Hawks. Not sure what they're waiting for. Maybe for the flag to be ready to go on the pole. Big crowd here for the Go Hawks. Pretty small crowd for Cedar Rapids, Washington across the way, and it is homecoming. And earlier tonight they announced the king and queen and the court, and let's take a listen to that right now. This is a recording from earlier tonight.
Happy Homecoming Week, WSR fans. At this time, we are excited to introduce the seniors on our 2025 Homecoming Court. Beginning with our king candidates. Introducing Brady Bodensteiner, escorted by his parents, Greg and Amy Bodensteiner. Jack Elsemiller, escorted by his parents, John and Becca Elsemiller. Aiden Gilau, escorted by his parents, Fred and Jenny Gilau. McIver Haggerty, escorted by his parents, Rusty and Denise Haggerty. Matthew Langner, escorted by his parents, Jeremy and Becky Langner. Marcus Olson, escorted by his mom, Janet Olson. Caleb Shipper, escorted by his parents, Mark and Laura Shipper. Frederick Yang, escorted by his parents, Min and Mary Yang. Next, introducing our queen candidates. Natalie Beck, escorted by her parents, Jeff and Kelly Beck. Hannah Byers, escorted by her parents, Jake and Michelle Byers. Avery Corcoran, escorted by her parents, Chris and Jessica Corcoran. Corinne Eckerman, escorted by her parents, Eric and Sue Eckerman. Delilah Kroyman, escorted by her parents, Doug and Jessica Kroyman. Genevieve Power, escorted by her parents, Corey and Thomas Power. Jamie Roney, escorted by her parents, Kevin and Cody Roney. Elliot Schneiderman, escorted by her parents, Joshua and Sue Schneiderman. Let's hear it for these outstanding representatives of WSR. Before we crown our king and queen, please welcome back last year's king and queen, Jamison Toma and Leah Pollock. And now, for the moment you have all been waiting for, your 2025 homecoming king is Marcus Olson, and your 2025 homecoming queen is Hannah Byers. Congratulations to our 2025 king and queen. Let's give one more round of applause to Marcus and Hannah and the rest of our homecoming court.
Yeah, how cool is that? Marcus Olson, Hannah Byers named king and queen earlier tonight as the Washington football team just got out onto the field. And now we're ready for the coin toss as Caleb Shipper, McIver Haggerty, Ian Cedric, and Matt Langner go to midfield for the Go Hawks. They'll meet with the referee and umpire at midfield for the coin toss. Now, the coin toss has already happened. This is always a ceremonial coin toss. I was asking you off the air, how come they don't just have 4 non-starters or somebody, do the coin toss? Because it takes away from pregame warm-ups, and you do that for basketball sometimes.
Yeah, it means a lot to these guys, right, to be captains of the football team. And it's a little bit different in football than it is in basketball. But, it does take away some valuable warm-up time. And for us, we only get a 15-minute warm-up on the court. We don't get all this stuff on the court, on the practice field before and in the weight room or whatever it might be. And so that's pretty valuable time. So we just have other seniors do that meeting. And in basketball, it's a little different. There's no decisions to be made. It's just the same song and dance every time. Be a good sport, tuck your jersey in, blah, blah, blah. Right. So it's a little bit different. But, these guys, being a captain of the football team is a big deal. And, I'm sure they're excited to be a part of it.
And here's what the teams look like. Cedar Rapids, Washington, they're going to be in white jerseys with red lettering and numbering. They've got bright blue, kind of a real rich blue pants and blue helmets. The Go Hawks in their black jerseys with white lettering and numbering on their backs and fronts and on the shoulders, and also some gold on the shoulders, on the sides. Gold pants and the black stripe down the side. A black Go Hawk flying on the side of those gold helmets. The Go Hawks will be getting the ball first, going left to right on your dial. And Cedar Rapids, Washington will be kicking into the light winds, not very strong winds, but about 7 miles an hour. It doesn't feel like that's going to be a big impact in the football game. 12 minutes on the clock are set. We're just about ready to go. The ball's teed up on the near side hash on the 40-yard line. Lights are on. Always an extra bit of juice for a homecoming game, no doubt about it. You want to perform well for the alumni and for all the pomp and circumstance and goofiness that goes into this, you might as well win the thing. It's always the feeling. And this is bottom line. If this wasn't homecoming, it'd still be a big game, Coach.
Absolutely.
Ball be kicked off by Logan Barton, the 5'8". Kicker puts his foot into it, and it is a ball into the back of the end zone. Once it crosses the goal line, it's an automatic touchback. Boy, he's got a boot.
That was a line drive out of the back of the end zone. That's a pretty darn good leg there.
No doubt. We were just talking before we went on the air earlier about how good kicking has gotten. I think the rise of soccer has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, you see a lot of crossover there for sure. And I just think kids put more time into it, and there's more guys that focus on it and have trainers and all that stuff. It's a little bit easier when you have those things.
Wide receiver on the other side of Caleb Shipper is in shotgun. He'll hand the football off. Haggerty gets it almost immediately, maybe half a yard on that, as the Go Hawks didn't have anything going, as the tackle was made pretty much immediately by Will Raw, the 6'2", 185-pound junior. Second down and 10 upcoming. Cedar Rapids Washington defensive coach flashing in signs from the sideline. Looks like their outside backers not sure what's going on. Now they're rechecking their signs. The Go Hawks break the huddle. Same formation as before. Second down and 10. Ball's in between the hashes. Man in motion. They flip it to him in front. That's Bowden center. It's technically a pass. He gets the outside and he gets ridden down after a very short gain. Good job of pursuit, as that was the tackle, by Montgomery, but there was good pursuit and good flow toward the football. It'll be third down and 7.
And those are probably our two most ran plays this year, and I think we're just trying to feel this thing out and see how they're going to line up against our stuff. And third and long is not ideal to be in on your first series, but like we talked about, this is probably scripted here for a little bit.
Now they say they have a 4-man line, but they really don't. Hardly ever have 4 guys with their hands down. Twins on the near side. Back to pass. Shipper rolls that direction, throws that direction too high. Slipped out of his hands, it looked like. He had Thomas Meyer Littlebridge wide open, and he airmailed it. And the Go Hawks are going to have to punt on the opening drive with 10:37 to go in the first quarter, no score.
Yeah, I think it is like you said. I think it slipped out of his hand there. Thomas ran a really good comeback route there. It was wide open, and either that or they miscommunicated on the route, because that was nowhere near him.
Yeah, it sure looked like it was slipping out of his hands and just kind of airmailed. Gavin Bockel, been a really bright spot for the Go Hawks this year, punting and kicking, especially kicking. Here he's punting. High, hanging ball in the lights over the head of the return man. However, it does not take a Go Hawk bounce and is taken at the 42-yard line. Very nice kick there by Gavin Bockel.
I don't think their return man could see the ball. It looked like he was tracking it, and then he decided to get out of the way because he lost it in the lights. That was a beautiful punt.
Yeah, that's the thing about getting it so high, is it was in the lights. I think you're exactly right. So Wash with the ball. They run a bit of a triple option here, though they don't pitch the ball often. It's more like a read option with also that triple guy there, but they rarely pitch. And anytime you play an option team, don't you want them to have to pitch?
Yeah, I think you always want to force the ball backwards, right? And there's more errors that can happen when they pitch it. But they're going to run the ball until we don't let them, that's for sure.
T formation behind McGuire. Hands the football off to the fullback, and he's tackled almost immediately as they give it to Nick Riley quite a bit, and he bludgeons. That softened things up. It's just a 2-yard gain, but that's part of the triple option thought, is to kind of punch him in the middle and then soften to the outside.
Yeah, when I watch them play previously, I don't know that they're reading it as much as they're just predetermining.
Really?
I feel like that might be a predetermined by the coach.
It's kind of like a wing tee without a tee. Look there as they keep it with the quarterback. He pitches to the outside. Go Hawks made him pitch. And there's a gain to the outside, but not a whole lot there. That was Sint who ran that time. Be third down. Let's see where they put this officially.
Of course, I said that, and that was 100% a read by the quarterback there. So maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I said they hardly ever pitch it, so There we go. We're both wrong right away. Go Hawks went 3 and out. Can they make the Warriors of Cedar Rapids, Washington go 3 and out. If you're wondering why is Cedar Rapids Washington in 4A, they had been 5A. They dropped down, trying to make the most of it, being down a class. 3rd down and 6. Handoff goes to the tailback, and there's a first down on the right-hand side off tackle. McGuire almost fell over. Kind of looked like Trevor Lawrence from the Jaguars the other day.
He got tripped up there in his back pedal and almost fell down, but great job by him still getting that handoff, and big hole there on the right side.
Just an old-fashioned off-tackle run. 1st down and 10 into Go Hawk territory at the 47-yard line. Music pumping. Can the crowd, though, get loud? That's one thing about homecoming. Being home, you want to get your crowd into it. Pro set back behind McGuire. Fakes the handoff, rolls to the left. Has a man underneath. Picked by Jay. Oh, he dropped it. Jay Newsom came in, had the ball, and he just kind of had his back turned to a weird way. Almost fumbled the ball right into the hands of the receiver there for a moment, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that was perfect read, perfect coverage by him. He got turned the wrong way. He was sprinting to the sideline. The throw's a little behind him. He did a great job by getting his hands on that ball, and I was having flashbacks. I thought that was going to turn into a complete pass for them, but here we go, 2nd and long.
You can't have that happen 4 times in a year, right?
Wouldn't think so.
McGuire pitches right-hand side. There's movement, pre-snap movement. Going to be called against Cedar Rapids, Washington. Yeah, it looked like their pulling guard took off. So a 5-yard penalty, 2nd down and 15 coming up. So Waverly-Shell has Washington in their own territory again at the 48. Matt Ray, Nate Steggy here with you on K-Way Country, AM 1470, FM 96.3. No score, 8:31 to go in quarter number 1. Shotgun formation for the first time. McGuire back to pass. Has time, has all day, rolls to the left. Now he's going to run for it. And all terrible on the outside. The Go-Hawks got stuck in the mud there. There was Elijah Wheeler who broke down, but then he made the mistake of stopping. And you can't stop your feet. And he knows that, too. I know that he'd like to have that one back, Coach.
Yeah, he broke down and he kind of lost his balance and got buckled up a little bit on the juke move. And, we got a better defense than that.
He was doing the right thing until he wasn't, 1st down and 10. Ball on the left side hash of the 34-yard line. I'm sure Elijah wants to see that play again. Pro formation. Handoff goes right side to Montgomery. Runs off tackle, and he's got a nice run. Newsom and Bowden center bring him down. You don't want to hear the safeties' names comboing on a tackle. Gain of 9.
Yeah, so far they're kind of winning the battle up front. We're relying on our linebackers and safeties to make plays, and hopefully we can get a little bit more penetration up front and control the line of scrimmage.
Just 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. First 4 minutes have flown by. The Go-Hawks went 3 and out. Cedar Rapids, Washington in Go-Hawk territory, deep, almost in the red zone. 2nd down and 1. Handoff goes to the fullback. Go-Hawks stand him up. There's nothing there. Great play up front by Waverly-Shell. There was a big pile being made up there. I think Owen Lawless is the one who really stymied that.
Yeah, Owen did a great job there. It looks like they are going to be a little bit short here. 3rd and inches.
So 3rd down here, probably 4-down territory. They are 4 of 9 from field goal range this year, but you get this deep, you don't want to have to settle. Especially since both teams are in must-win situations. There's that pro set QB sneak, and he gets it. Plenty past the line. New set of downs. That'll take them right to the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. So the Go-Hawks defense being forced to do something great again. And they've been pretty darn good this year, I think, the defense has.
Yeah, the defense has been good, and they've been especially stingy in these situations.
Yeah.
When their back's against the wall, they've been really good.
The few times in almost every high school team does this, is that they get burned. It's big plays. Can't give up big plays here. Get that extra defender that's the back line. Pro set behind the quarterback, drops back, hands the football off. It's a left side run, kind of a cross-buck style, and he runs straight to the left-hand side guard area. That's a plunge for 5 yards, and you're right. You talked about them winning up front. That's exactly what's happened. They get a big line.
They do. They got some big boys up there, and they're not doing anything fancy. They're going hat on hat and moving bodies, and sometimes that's all you need to do.
3 of them are 265 pounds. One's 290. The little one's 225. They used to be huge when I was a kid. Wide receiver on either side. Shotgun formation. It's just the same formation for the halfbacks, but the quarterback drops back. McGuire, back to pass. Now he's going to step up. He's going to run for it up the middle, and he's going to run in for a score. That is his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. This one comes from 15 yards out, and Cedar Rapids, Washington scores first on Go Hawk homecoming.
I mean, we knew he could do that, right? That was a pass play that he turned into a run play on his own and made a couple guys miss in space, and that's why he's got 1,300 yards offense this year all by himself.
PAT's up as Washington makes it. They're now 15 for 15 on the season. Wash up 7-0. Be back after this. You're listening to Go Hawk Football, presented by Rolling Forward of the Kiwi Sports Network.
At Yoder Construction, they take pride in their work so their customers are happy when you're done no matter what. They keep their customers' best interests in mind, so they'll use their experience to tell you where you can save a few bucks and where quality really counts. And they'll use the best quality materials so their buildings will be beautiful for years to come. So if you need asphalt or metal roofing, pole buildings, new construction or renovation with top quality products and exceptional workmanship, call 352-1051, because at Yoder Construction, you'll see the difference between the wrong way and the Yoder way.
Cedar Rapids, Washington's do-it-all quarterback McGuire scores first. By the way, over on Y99.3, Columbus and Union are tied 6 points apiece after one quarter. Welcome to you listening, whether you're on the air, on KWayRadio.com, or free mobile app, the TuneIn app, or maybe you're watching and listening on the Huddle stream. Thank you so much for joining us. The Go Hawks will be receiving a kick. Last kick went out the back of the end zone for Cedar Rapids, Washington. Another big bomb to be taken at the 1 by Bowden Center. He's had 2 returns this year. 20, 25, bounces the middle, 30, 35. He's got some room. Gets to the 40, to the sideline, 45, and he's angled out of bounds near midfield. Go Hawks get a big-time return. They needed that one, and they needed it badly, because responding here is so huge, especially when you're a team whose season's really hanging in the balance here, Coach.
Yeah, hopefully that gives us a little juice. That was a great return by Brady. He's caught it on the right side and took it all the way to the left, and one guy away from breaking another one.
Went to the 45-yard line. The Go Hawks 55 yards away from pay dirt. Went 3 and out last time, but again, they were still on script. See what they learned. It's a 3-down lineman thing. The other guy is just a blitzing outside backer, basically. Shotgun formation. It's Tate Lolkin. He's going to run right-hand side. He's got hats in front of him. Gets the 50, angled out of bounds after an 8 or 9 yard run. That's a good idea by Coach Tway to see what they're doing, and that edge is there.
Yeah, definitely. And, by having Tate being able to run, you pick up an extra lead block or two. And
yeah.
And it's great to give Tate an opportunity early in the game to see what things are going to look like with him as well, and allows you to make a decision later in the game how you want to finish.
Yeah, it's like 2 different game plans between those 2 boys. Wide receiver on either side. Tate Lolk is the QB. Ball's the right side hash, 2nd down and 1. Man in motion behind Lolk. Fakes the handoff, throws the motion man. It's going to be dropped. Good drop.
Yeah.
Nolan Johnson was going to lose 3 yards if he had caught that, and he was going to get creamed in the process. Sometimes a drop can be great. That was one of those times. 5:38 to go in the first quarter. Go Hawks down 6-0. 3rd down and 1 to go. And the Go Hawks playing without Jaden Stevens, who was injured last week. Broke that collarbone, unfortunately. Handoff. Stuck. McIver Haggerty gets nothing. He ran right into a bevy of Warriors. And that's there's just nothing there. Nothing at all there. Nicholas Riley made the tackle.
Looks like we're keeping the offense on the field here.
And I'd like to keep it in Lolk's hand around the outside. Give him kind of that run-pass option.
I would imagine we'll see him outside of the pocket here one way or the other.
Yeah. I just think he's your biggest run-play threat. No offense to the running backs, but he's got that top-end speed that others don't. Wide receiver on the other side, 4th down and 3. Maybe a hard count this, too. Get him to jump. Nope. Back to pass. He throws low. Is it caught?
I think he caught it.
Incomplete. They say incomplete. Ryland Peters went down for it. They say he trapped it. That's a turnover on downs. So Washington gets the ball back up 7-0 with 4:49 to go in the first quarter on that Rolling Forward scoreboard. Our game brought to you in part by some amazing sponsors like Rolling Forward, Waverly Health Center, Dillif Oil Company, Waverly Tire Company, St. Paul's Lutheran Church and School, Butler Bremer Communications, and First Bank of Waverly, Plainfield, and Cedar Falls. Well, you thought after getting 9 yards on first, you might get a first down, but the Go Hawks went 3 and out, like 4 and out.
Yeah, 4 and out there. It's tough. That great play on first down, but again, at the line of scrimmage is running the ball up the middle right now is really tough.
Pro set. Handoff goes to the fullback, right-hand side, and he's going to be brought down by Ian Sedgwick. Again, they're running that triple option. And that pro set where they've got the guys split back behind you. If you think back to what, Steve Young back when the 49ers were still running the West Coast did formation-wise, that's what they do. And either guy can kind of be the fullback in that triple.
Yeah, they're gonna continue to do the same thing until we stop them. And the other thing they do pretty well is they're gonna do it, and they're gonna set you up for the big one, and you can't fall asleep.
Well, it's too bad they didn't get that pick earlier. Che had that ball in his hands, couldn't make the catch on a tough play. It's a option keeper by the quarterback. He was thinking about throwing it, and Che says, "Sit down, boy," as he throws him to the ground. There's a flag though on the play. The triple option read well, but what is the laundry about?
I'm a little worried that's a face mask.
Yeah, it looked like Che Newsom might have grazed the face mask while grabbing the quarterback. That's what I was worried about as well. Let's listen for the call.
Oh, wow.
Boy, that didn't look like the 15-yard variety to me. It looked like he grazed it more than anything. They're closer than I am, but still, it didn't look brutal.
It's very unfortunate. That was a heck of a play by Che.
Yeah,
that was
right.
very unfortunate there. That wasn't malicious in any way. He read it. He basically tossed the guy on the ground, and he just happened to catch a little bit of his face mask on the way down.
So big 15-yarder gets the ball all the way to the Go Hawk 32-yard line. 7-0 Washington, under 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter of this football game here in Waverly. McGuire pulling his wide receiver back in. Everybody's in tight. McGuire rolls out on a pass play. Right-hand side throws. Almost intercepted. It's behind Elsa Miller, who got his right arm on it. It would have been a great catch, but that's the second Go Hawk that's been hit in the hand.
It's the exact same thing on the other side of the field. He was flowing hard to the sideline. The ball's a little behind him. He was able to get his hands on it, but that's a hard catch when your momentum's going one way and the ball's behind you.
It would have been a great catch. But also, when it touches your hands, I'm sure Jack's thinking, I should have caught that. Now, the future Central baseball player, if he had a putt in his hand, maybe he would have caught that. Wide receiver on either side. That pro set back behind McGuire. Tosses right-hand side to the tailback. Good lead blocking. Oh, Cedric's jumping on his back and bringing him down. Montgomery got dove on top of by Cedric. Good flow by the defensive end running after the play. He's really athletic kid.
Yeah, he's crazy athletic for his size. And it's deceiving too. Man, he can really move well, and he's so strong. That was an outstanding play there by Sedgwick.
No gain on the play. Yeah, he's a baseball player too, and you wouldn't expect him to be a triples guy, but like Jeremy Chaplin, who played football at Iowa, he's a triples guy sometimes. Single back in the backfield, 3 wide receivers under center. McGuire drops back. He's sacked. Pick it up. Scoop and score. Elson Miller picks it up. It's going to be a 52-yard scoop and score if he can outrun the halfback behind him. Yes, he can. That's an Elson Miller Electric Company electric play.
Man, what a great... I don't know who the defensive lineman was, but somebody came through unblocked and just smoked the quarterback as he was going to either hand it off or throw it. I don't know. It happened so fast. The ball was rolling on the turf, and Jack was Johnny on the spot.
That's right. Jack Elsa Miller with an Elsa Miller Electric Company electric play. Find out why customers say Elsa Miller Electric Company is shockingly good. Boy, the Go Hawks needed that like they needed air. Good play. Good snap. The hold is up. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-7 the score. You're listening to Rolling Forward Presents Go Hawk Football on the K-Way Sports Network.
Your
from the heartland of Iowa. You know the rhythm of the seasons. You're familiar with the challenges and the opportunities. At Cedar Valley Futures Trading, they speak your language. They offer specialized ag and energy portfolio hedging accounts to protect your investments against volatile markets. Looking for an edge? Their speculation accounts give you the tools to capitalize on market moves. They're your local experts in commodity trading, helping you navigate the complexities of the market with confidence. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Cedar Valley Futures Trading today, 319-419-8563.
This is Mike with Cedar Valley Futures Trading. Let us be your partner in a secure financial future.
Scoop and score from midfield by Jack Elsamiller, and the Go Hawks defense gets them on the board. 7-7 the score. Our game brought to you by Assured Partners, Jerry Rolling Motors, First Maxfield Mutual Insurance, CUSB Bank, Yoder Construction, American Family Insurance, Malloy and Associates Waverly, Elsamiller Electric and Pizza Ranch in Waverly, of course, home of the Locker Room Show. Just a couple more weeks of that show coming up. Postseason volleyball will be on some Wednesday nights very soon. Go Hawks, they start their postseason on the 23rd. They get a bye in the first round as Gavin Bockel will run up and kick this one for a touchback. A couple of strong leg kickers in this football game.
Might not get to see too many returns tonight.
No, I don't think so. You're right. 2:48 left to go in the first quarter. Go Hawks and Warriors tied 7 apiece, and the Warriors are going to have to do as much work as they've done all night as they've got the ball back at the 20. They've not been in this field position.
No, they definitely have taken advantage of their field position early, and we know they're going to run the ball at us here. We just got to try to keep this field position flipped.
Elsamiller running late onto the field. He's Johnny in the spot from before. That pro set, so 2 guys back behind. Handoff goes to the tailback.
Fumble.
It's on the ground. Go Hawks have it. Nolan Johnson jumps on top of it. Nolan Johnson, the ball was knocked away from the halfback 2 yards downfield, and it rolled an extra 9 yards downfield, and there were gold hats galore, and the Go Hawks pick it up looking for the lead now.
Big momentum shift here. We need to put this one in the end zone. I wouldn't be surprised to see us take a shot here at some point. Early.
That's right. The old adage is that you want to go big right after. Quick change. Their defense wasn't ready. Go take advantage of it. Wide receiver is on the other side. Shipper's back in at QB. Handoff goes to Haggerty. He busts through. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Go Hawks. A 29-yard strike right after a fumble recovery.
Hey, there's more than one way to do it.
Lightning strikes from McIver. Haggerty, a senior, on his final Go Hawk homecoming after Elsamiller scored, a senior. What a great sequence of events, and you only needed one offensive play in 3 plays of football to score twice.
I call that pretty efficient, I think.
I would agree with that. Here's the PAT. It's a low snap, and the kick is going to be up and good. Great job of holding on that play by Brittany Bodensteiner. 14-7 Go Hawks on the K-Way Sports Network.
At Yoder Construction, they take pride in their work so their customers are happy when you're done no matter what. They keep their customers' best interests in mind, so they'll use their experience to tell you where you can save a few bucks and where quality really counts. And they'll use the best quality materials so their buildings will be beautiful for years to come. So if you need asphalt or metal roofing, pole buildings, new construction or renovation with top quality products and exceptional workmanship, call 352-1051, because at Yoder Construction, you'll see the difference between the wrong way and the Yoder way.
14-7, Waverly-Shell Rock takes the lead. We went back to the hold by Brittany Bodensteiner. That snap was low. You're talking about how you held in college. It's a thankless job. Usually you don't want your name ever said.
Yeah, it's just the next worst thing than being the kicker, right? You miss
right.
it. But if you mess up a hold, you'll hear about it, but you never get credit for doing it right.
I think there's a long snapper in this room that might say long snapping is kind of the same way as the kick is a touchback. Austin Serrata, the mastermind behind the huddle stream, is in here with us. He's the long snapper for the Wartburg football team, who will celebrate homecoming. We'll have the countdown to kickoff show at 12:30 tomorrow, kickoff at 1:30 on this very station. So Washington went from feeling real good to, well, licking their wounds here on 2 fumbles in a row.
Big momentum shift here. I think it's really important for us to try to keep them on this side of the field and get the ball back.
No doubt. They're at their own 20 after another touchback by Waverly-Shell. The Walk cheerleaders in their black uniforms with the white lettering and numbering, black and gold pom-poms are shaking them for another fumble, hopefully. There's a speed option, goes right-hand side. Quarterback's going to take it for 5 yards. Rather than a triple option, he never bellies that. Goes to the outside. So that's that speed option part of that play. 2nd down and 5.
I think that looked like Jorgensen there that came up and made the play. Did a really nice job of cutting him down as he was trying to get the edge there.
2nd down and 5. First time in 3 plays that Washington hasn't fumbled. Under center is McGuire. 2 backs behind him. Triple option. He's going to toss it, going way backwards, and Che Newsom brings him down. A loss of 7 on the tackle. The fullback was stuffed. The quarterback had to pitch it, and nowhere for Riley to go. Big TFL by Che Newsom.
Looks like Coach K-Twait spent a little time on the option coverage this week. We've really executed that extremely well so far tonight.
And it's hard to get high school kids to learn something new in a week. Sometimes take that for granted. You just input it and they'll get it. It's not that easy.
Takes lots of reps.
3rd down and 12. Shotgun formation with sidecar halfbacks from McGuire. McGuire back to pass. Nearly thrown 2 picks tonight. He throws a deep ball to nobody. Incomplete. You could say it was intended for Tia, but it was intended to go incomplete. That was just throwing it away, as Washington will punt for the first time in the ball game with 1:17 to go in the first quarter. 14-7 Go Hawks here on homecoming.
Man, the first half of that quarter went really fast, and now it seems like I had to double check and make sure it wasn't the second quarter, but
yeah, that's exactly how it feels for me. Though I'll tell you what, the slow part of the quarter was more fun for the Go Hawks.
For sure.
Punting is Logan Barton. Gets the snap. A lot of pressure. Blocked by Jorgensen. Go Hawks pick it up at the 7. The Go Hawks will start with the ball. The State Farm red zone. Noel Fry, State Farm red zone. Call Noel Fry with State Farm Insurance in Waverly. It was a way too long of time for the punter to hold that ball. Jorgensen came in, cleanly blocked that ball with his sternum.
Yeah, normally you block it with your hands. I went right off his chest.
I'm sure it felt great, too. You know, usually that would hurt, but when you're getting it in your chest when you're blocking the punt, it feels good.
That won't hurt till tomorrow.
Wide receiver on either side. Shotgun formation for Shipper. Go Hawks run the ball. Haggerty pushing the pile, nothing. Nothing there, so the Go Hawks no gain. Under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. On that rolling forward scoreboard as the Go Hawks on the Noel Fry State Farm red zone looking to punch this one in. They went 3 and out. They went 4 and out. Last time they had the ball, they just needed one play to score, and this time they start in the red zone. So they might never get 10 yards on a drive, Coach.
Yeah.
They got the 15 on the last one. Shotgun snap. Shipper hands the football off. Haggerty runs right-hand side. He can push the pile in. No, he gets down to the 1. Boy, it looked like he had that. Washington did a good job of not giving up on that play at the last second, but it's 3rd down and goal from the 1 for the Go Hawks.
As long as we keep scoring touchdowns, I really don't care how many plays it takes.
14-7 after 1 quarter of football. Come back right after this as the Go Hawks on the door of a score on the K-Way Sports Network.
Whether you have a light fixture, outlet acting up, or a whole home to wire, Elsa Miller Electric is there to help. The professionals at Elsa Miller Electric have over 40 years of wiring experience and will make sure the job is done right. Elsa Miller Electric. Whether you have a light fixture, outlet acting up, or a whole home to wire, Elsa Miller Electric is there to help. The professionals at Elsa Miller Electric have over 40 years of wiring experience and will make sure the job is done right. Elsa Miller Electric can also help you with backup generators for your home or farm, or designing and building a full solar array. When it comes to electrical work, make sure you call the professionals at Elsa Miller Electric in Waverly at 319-352-3917. Elsa Miller Electric, shockingly good at what we do.
After one quarter of football, Washington fumbled twice, got a punt blocked, and the Go-Hawks lead 14-7 and have third down and goal from the 1 to begin the second quarter. As the Go-Hawks in their black jerseys, gold pants, gold helmets will go right to left in your dial. Washington white jerseys, blue pants, blue helmets. Well, the quarter started off with Washington having the lead. Go-Hawks did not score until 2:48 to go in the first quarter, but then scored twice after that. A scoop and score, and then forcing a fumble one play later, scoring a touchdown. Then they blocked the punt, and now they've got Shipper under center, 1 yard out, and we get a flag flying. Pre-snap penalty is going to go against 12 on the field against the Go-Hawks. Out of a timeout in the quarter, too. How do you do that? You got to run somebody off.
Nobody's coming off.
Bodensteiner's coming on. Will's coming away. Let's count the boys. Coach says, hey,
there we go.
There we go. It's 12 on the field. Nobody is running off. That could be really bad if you can't score on this play.
Gosh darn it. Had the ball on the 6-inch line.
Yeah. And coming out of a quarter, too, he had plenty of time to count. Oh, those would drive you nuts. Those would drive you nuts. Shotgun formation, wide receiver on either side of Caleb Shipper. The Go-Hawks senior QB puts a man in motion. Pre-snap timeout called by the Go-Hawks. We'll take one with them as well. Be back after this. Go-Hawks trying to score. You're listening to Go-Hawk Football on the K-Way Sports Network.
Life moves at incredible speed, and when the unthinkable happens and an accident occurs, you need to be able to trust that tomorrow will be a better day. Hi, I'm Andrew Kaler with the Denver Insurance Agency. Before you find yourself responsible for someone else's injury or property damage, call me today. We'll discuss umbrella coverage that can provide additional liability protection that goes beyond your auto, home, and watercraft policies. We're Denver Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual Insurance provider. Call today, 984-6151.
Welcome back. The beginning of the second quarter has been a little odd as the Go-Hawks had third down and goal from inside the 1. Then at 12 men in the huddle, put them back 5 yards. Then they called a timeout before running the play. Obviously, it's a good timeout if you score. You want to make sure you get the right play in.
And the right players.
Yeah, and the right players. Hey, Cash Ryan, who's been wearing a tight end's jersey as is a glorified lineman is what he is. But they had him in that receiver, and I think just that different personnel group confused the Go-Hawks. Twins on the left-hand side, wing back right. Shipper in shotgun. Takes the handoff, rolls left. Looking to throw, he's going to be sacked. Oh, no, and he might have been sacked out of field goal range for most mortals. However, the Go-Hawks do have Gavin Bockel, who's perfect 5 for 5, but this went from like a gimme touchdown to pretty tough field goal, Coach.
Yeah, not a great angle here on this one. It's unfortunate. We moved back, getting near 20 yards there. Two plays.
Yeah, 24 yards back. 24 yards lost on 2 plays. It'll be a 35-yard field goal attempt from the right side hash. Bockel has been phenomenal. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is also good. 17-7 Go-Hawks on the K-Way Sports Network.
In agriculture, every decision matters. That's why you need a partner that you can trust, right here in Waverly. At Fairview Ag in Waverly, we're more than just a supplier. We're your neighbors, dedicated to helping your operation thrive. We offer the expertise and products you need, from seed to crop protection and everything in between. Our team understands the unique challenges of farming in Northeast Iowa, and we're committed to providing personalized solutions that work for your fields, helping you maximize your yield and your bottom line. For reliable service, expert advice, and the products that make a difference, choose Fairview Ag in Waverly. We're here for you.
Gauhawks started this quarter on the 1-yard line, went backwards due to a penalty, then backwards due to a sack, but thank goodness they've got Gavin Bockholt, the junior kicker, made it from 35 yards out. He's 6 for 6 on field goals this year, and that's his 10th made field goal in his career, which is already putting him as the most field goals in a career for the Gauhawks, which that's insane because he's a junior. He's a junior, people. This is 10 field goals made in his career. I'm just amazed by that kid. And every time we talk about him, you just think about all the wonderful things. You're starting to take it for granted, Coach. At least I am.
Yeah, I mean, most high school programs don't have a kid where you get to the 30 and you're like, oh, don't worry, we're going to score here because, we're going to get at least 3 because we got a great kicker. Like, that doesn't happen in high school very often, and we get to enjoy him for the rest of the year and all of next year.
No doubt. And if he keeps kicking, Mom and Dad, you won't have to worry about tuition. Ball kicked out the back of the end zone. And I'm serious about that. If you're a college coach listening, he's deserving of a Scully. And I'm sure there'll be calls to the Bockholt house here. And it's just unreal. But the Gauhawks are up 17-7. And that keeps Washington in it, though.
Yeah, we had a chance to really, really put the pressure on them. And, we made a mistake, and that's the way it goes. We got to bounce back here.
Gauhawks lead by 10 with 11:18 to go here in the first half on homecoming night 2025. Washington with that pro set behind the quarterback under center. Handoff goes. It's going right-hand side off tackle. Thomas Meyer Littlebridge makes a big hit, spins the halfback around. There's going to be a hold possibly called against Washington. That flag was thrown right where that one broke open.
Usually that flag is 99% a hold where that came from and when it happened. So hopefully they're moving backwards here.
Line judge speaking with the referee, who will give us the news. Yeah, they called that on Willie Davis, the 290-pound junior. They'll push them way back. And Washington was moving the ball really easily at the beginning of this game, and then starting to look like they're not off yet, but the wheels are starting to wobble.
We've been the ones establishing the line of scrimmage here lately, and that's made all the difference in the world.
Same formation. Under center goes Grady McGuire. Handoff goes the second man on the crossbuck, and Brady Willis had him, didn't wrap him up, but then he's cleaned up by Elsa Miller and Jorgensen. Good job by Willis getting there. A little high, got to get himself a little bit lower there, but anytime you hit him that early, you're at least slowing it down.
Yeah, he slowed it down enough for the pursuit to get there, and I think it ended up being a negative yard play.
And Brady's father, the late Jim Willis, inducted in the Iowa Insurance Hall of Fame. A very neat honor for Jim, whose voice I still miss during Wartburg football games. He used to sit right underneath our radio booth. 3 wide receivers, back to pass, and shotgun is McGuire. He's going to run for it now. Slipping and falling is the spy on that. He's going to have a first down straight from the middle. Now he bounces the outside, 45, 50, and out of bounds right at midfield. Elsa Miller was the spy, and then he fell over. Nolan Johnson, he fell over, and it looks like maybe he pulled something, did Nolan Johnson, who's writhing on the ground waiting for the trainer to come out.
That's a heck of a run there by their quarterback, and got some good blocking downfield, but we're really having trouble. It almost looks like the field's slippery. It's not. But, we're really having trouble keeping him in front in space. We're just falling over.
And that's the thing, the field looks slippery when you're jiggly as a runner. You just have no idea where he's going. And it feels like Washington's best plays are going to be broken plays.
They have been, for the most part so far, and it's been their quarterback doing it on his own. Neither one of his big runs this game so far have been a designed run play for him. It's just been him, the pocket breaking down, and him going out and making a play.
Our game brought to you in part by Denver Insurance Agency, Fairview Ag in Waverly, Cedar Valley Futures Trading, Noel Fry State Farm in Waverly, North Iowa Counseling, and Johnson Financial Services. Johnson's still down, so we're going to take an injury timeout. Go Hawks 17, Warriors 7 with 10:01 to go in the second quarter. An injury timeout as the Go Hawks lead. This is Rolling Forward presents Go Hawk Football on the K-Way Sports Network.
You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network. K-Way Country, AM 1470, and the new FM 96.3.
Life is full of moments you want to protect. Your first car, your new home, your family's future. But with so many options, how do you know you have the right coverage? That's where Noel Fry, State Farm in Waverly comes in. His team is there to be your neighbors, not just your insurance agents. They'll take the time to sit down with you, understand your needs, and build a personal price plan that fits your life and your budget. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, they're there to help you get the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve, like bundling your policies together. So when you're ready to protect what matters most, call a neighbor you can trust.
Noel Fry State Farm. Call us today at 319-352-1404. That's 319-352-1404. Or visit us at 2024 3rd Avenue Northwest, Suite B in Waverly.
Welcome back out of the injury timeout. It's a run by Cedar Rapids, Washington. They lose 3 yards right into the sideline. It was Montgomery. The Go Hawks chased him down. Nolan Johnson, by the way, he ran off the field under his own power. And Nolan Johnson, it seems to be okay. However, Elijah Wheeler, they're working with him on the sideline. Is that Jordan Downing working with him down there?
Dr. Downey.
Look at that. Boy, he should be a doctor by now. He went to college for 8 years. Pro formation. I hope he hears that. Under center, McGuire. Back to pass. 3-step drop. Throws left-hand side. Throws a bomb. Johnson's in coverage. Good thing he's back. Good thing he wasn't hurt. He was stride for stride with Fidel Tia. That's great coverage by Nolan Johnson.
I've been super impressed with Nolan Johnson this year. Kind of an unknown at corner for us coming into the season. And not only has he been really good in coverage, but he's been an outstanding tackler on the perimeter as well. He's had himself a good season so far.
Absolutely. When he was laying down and they were looking at his knee for a second, I was fearing the worst. By the way, Elijah Wheeler is banged up again, and they're looking at his shoulder. They got 3 trainers with him there. Boy, Go Hawks are blessed with great trainers. McGuire in shotgun, rolls to his right, steps up, throws, and is caught, but it's a short of a first down throw. They must be going for it as that ball was caught. They threw it to the outside, and it was just an out route short of the sticks by Stroshine, the tight end. It'll be 4th down and 2.
It's a big play here. We get the ball back in the 43-yard line.
And as you said, the Go Hawks have owned the line of scrimmage. See if they can continue to do that. Langner, Cedric, Hendricks, and Willis up front. That's a lot of athletic beef. Under center's McGuire with that pro set behind him. Go Hawks in a run blitz. Oh, no. Jumping was Jorgensen. He took the bait, and that's a first down for Washington. So hard not to do it, but you can't do that. 9:08 to go in the first half. Washington with a free set of downs here at the Go Hawk 39. They're down by 10.
Yeah, usually you got to yell at the D lineman to watch the ball, but everybody's got to watch the ball, especially when you're blitzing like that.
Greg Stockdale's here watching this. He doesn't say it that one. Oldest trick in the book. Under center's McGuire. He rolls the right-hand side for option. He's hit and brought down. Beautiful play there by Homeguard. Homeguard's filling in for Wheeler, who's now being put in a sling, unfortunately. Too bad for that young man. He missed a game due to a concussion earlier. But Homeguard, he's a darn good player and well-respected by his peers.
And a lot of that is because he puts in the work. I mean, everybody respects him because there isn't anybody who steps into the weight room or on the football field and works harder than that kid does. And I say next man in, and it's pretty good for us to have him as our second option.
His mom was doing junior high volleyball coaching this year. Twins left, one receiver right. Shotgun formation for McGuire. Back to pass. He's staring down the left-hand side. Throws that way. It's incomplete. Intended to go to his tight end. The telegraph pass. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down and long for Washington.
I'm guessing based on the last series, this is going to be 4-down territory again, so they may not try to get it all here.
That's good to remember, especially if you're a safety, that you don't have to play all the way back to the sticks. They may throw this 10 yards instead of just 13. You don't have a lot of 13-yard plays in your book.
No, usually you don't.
8:19 to go in the first half. Go Hawks lead by 10 on that rolling forward scoreboard. Sidecar halfback, shotgun formation for McGuire. And Washington calls a timeout. Let's take one with them. Both teams have called one. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Go Hawks lead by 10. You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network.
You're from the heartland of Iowa. You know the rhythm of the seasons. You're familiar with the challenges and the opportunities. At Cedar Valley Futures Trading, they speak your language. They offer specialized ag and energy portfolio hedging accounts to protect your investments against volatile markets. Looking for an edge? Their speculation accounts give you the tools to capitalize on market moves. They're your local experts in commodity trading, helping you navigate the complexities of the market with confidence. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Cedar Valley Futures Trading today, 319-419-8563.
This is Mike with Cedar Valley Futures Trading. Let us be your partner in a secure financial future.
Washington called the timeout on this big third down and 13 to go. Ball's at the 42-yard line on the right side hash. Go Hawk defense has been pretty good. It's forced 2 fumbles. Nearly has had 2 interceptions. Wide receivers in really tight. Quarterback's going to speed option fake it, and he's going to look to run. Now he's hit and he's sacked. Ian Sedgwick was there. Willis would have been there too. They faked the speed option and only ran one guy deep. Only Tia went deep, and there just was nobody open. And now we talked about whether it's 4-down territory or not. It's not.
Yeah, for sure not 4-down territory now. What a great play by those two. The quarterback thought he was going to be able to peel back to this side, and Brady was sitting right there ready for him.
Great play. Cedric gets that sack. But you're right, Brady Willis made that possible. Twin gunners on the near side, run the far side. Over the head of the punter goes the snap. It's on the ground. He picks it up. He's going to be hit. He tries to punt it. It's on the ground. Go Hawks have it. Doesn't matter either way. It's Go Hawk ball way back on Washington's side. So Washington has had a missed snap on a punt block, and 2 fumbles. If they didn't have the revolver pointed at their own foot, they might be in this game, but they're not.
And again, we got to take advantage of these situations here. We weren't able to do it last time, and we need to put 7 on the board, not 3.
Yeah, Go Hawks settled for a 35-yard field goal due to their own errors. Go Hawks run an extra tight end in there. That's Cash Ryan. He's to get tight end in name only. Go Hawk football brought to you by Blueberry Hill Ag Services, Dale Service, Cedar Valley Appliance, Waverly Family Dentistry, Waverly Utilities, Johnson Financial Strategies, and Joe Hawk Dumpers in Waverly. Twins to the right. I say go for the jugular here. Handoff. Goes left-hand side. And a couple yards in a cloud of dust. Go Hawks, they've had 2 times the offense has scored. Pretty quick scoring drives. The American Family Insurance drive summary. One was just a single play, and then a 29-yard run by Haggerty. And then the other one, went backwards more than forwards.
Yeah.
Started at the 7 and ended at the 25. Figure out how that one works. See how you can save money on your car insurance with American Family Insurance, Malloy and Associates in Waverly. 2nd down and 7. Shotgun formation, wide receiver on either side of Shipper. Hands the football off. It's reverse to Bodensteiner. Good block by Shipper. Bodensteiner gets the 20, 15, sideline, 10, and he falls down about the 7-yard line. It'll be a first Maxfield Mutual Insurance 1st down and goal for first-rate service. Trust First Maxfield Mutual Insurance in Denver.
Kind of a nifty little play there. That deep orbit motion into a reverse. Brady's got the wheels to get to the outside there, and picked up a nice 1st down for us.
And Shipper as a quarterback threw just enough of a block. Go Hawks on the Noel Fry State Farm red zone call. Noel Fry with State Farm Insurance in Waverly. Ball's the left side hash. 1st down and goal from the 7. Shipper hands the football off Haggerty. Good blocking. Bounces outside, and he gets into the zone. Faked inside. Bounced outside. His 2nd touchdown run of the game is 6th of the season.
He's really ran the ball well tonight. Looks a little bit more confident tonight. Get into the hole a little bit quicker. Nifty footwork on that one. Happy for a senior on homecoming. What a great day to have one of your best games.
No doubt. Yeah, you get a couple emotional games in a row as a senior homecoming, and right after that senior night. It's kind of an odd way the schedule worked out. PAT is up, and it is good. The Go-Hawks looking great right now, up 24-7. You're listening to Homecoming Football on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Brad with North Iowa Counseling. Life's challenges don't always keep office hours, and when you're ready to talk, you shouldn't have to wait. At North Iowa Counseling, we understand. That's why we've made accessing support as easy and timely as possible. We offer appointments available all times of the day, fitting your schedule, not ours. And critically, when you reach out, our goal is to see new clients within just 5 days of your first contact. Don't put off getting the support you need. Whether it's morning, noon, or evening, North Iowa Counseling is here. Take the first step. Contact us today at nicounseling.com. North Iowa Counseling, navigating life's hurts.
Waverly-Shell Rock 24, Cedar Rapids, Washington 7. The Go-Hawks have scored 24 unanswered points. Go-Hawks will play next week at home against East and then finish the season off against Decorah. Decorah playing Mason City tonight. That could be a tough one for Decorah.
Yeah, but Mason City plays as well as they did against us, for sure.
For 3.5 quarters at least. Here's the kick, and that is going to be caught at the 2-yard line. Good coverage by the Go-Hawks. And that's just as good as a touchback. In fact, better as they're down at the 20-yard line. Montgomery was beaten up there. Yeah, Mason City's a team that's going to beat somebody they're not supposed to beat. So you talk about, well, you know, if you win this one, win the next one, then you go to Decorah, that's winning in. Mason City is a good team. And Decorah's going to play Mason City, Xavier, and Waverly Sharks. They got the opposite murderer's row as what the Go-Hawks had.
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's just how that all plays out when they make the schedule. And, you know, maybe we're better for playing it early, getting, you know, learning some things early. And I certainly wouldn't want to play the 3 best teams on my schedule late.
And without Stevens, you know, it feels weird saying this, but trying to get healthier by the end of the season. First down and 10 for Wash under center. McGuire hands the football up to fullback. He's tripped up, an ankle grabber. Not sure who did that. Langner was down there. That was not Langner, though.
No, that was Jorgensen.
Jorgensen got down and submarine style just reached and grabbed ankles. Those guys drive you nuts when you're trying to figure out how to attack a defense and you got ankle grabbers.
Well, you know, and that's what makes Easton such an efficient tackler. Like, the kid barely ever misses a tackle, but it's because he's always on your shins.
Second down and 9 coming up. Ball's in between the hashes. Handoff goes to fullback. It's a delayed handoff, and Ian Cedric is there to greet the running back along with some of his buddies. Jorgensen is one of those in there as well. Nick Riley greeted. They tried that delay handoff. It wasn't a huge delay, but the Go-Hawks were completely ready, no gain.
Yeah, look, Langner and Sedgwick, they tried to run between those two guys. That's probably not a great idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. To be fair, Willis and Lawless don't look too inviting either.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think this Go-Hawk D-line is the strength of that defense. Sidecar halfbacks, wide receiver on either side, and shotgun is McGuire. Back to pass. Looks left, throws left, completed, but on his knees. Oh, they let him get up. They shouldn't have. Tia caught it, and that's going to be now 3rd down and short. Fourth down and short, excuse me. They got to kick it. They didn't blow it dead right away. It looked like he caught it on his knees, didn't it, Coach?
Yeah, that was odd because Che was coming to make the tackle, and they didn't blow it, so he hit him. He's lucky. You know, Che's lucky, too.
Yeah.
Because he had both knees on the ground when he caught it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Last 2 punts have been an adventure for Washington. See what they do here. Low snap, picks it off the ground. It's blocked by Jorgensen. He goes forward to the 40, takes a Go-Hawk bounce. Washington's watching it bounce further for the Go-Hawks down to the 39-yard line. Not sure what that was about. But Jorgensen got in there, got his hand on it, and the Go-Hawks special teams have been the big difference maker, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at what we've done on our special teams compared to what they've done, that's absolutely the difference in the game so far.
Bocholt had a great punt earlier in the game. Has a great kickoffs, has the field goal, and then you've got two blocked punts, one that was forcefully blocked, and then that one there, and then a missed snap on a punt. And the Go Hawks are on the 38-yard line officially in the left side hash. Johnson right, Peters left. Look for a ball to Peters. Shipper hands the football off, double handoff. That's an old school look to Dewey. Woo. He's going to go. That's an Elsa Miller Electric Company electric play. A 38-yard touchdown run. That's the old school wing T double handoff, Coach.
Takes me back to my early days watching Go Hawk football.
Dewey scores with 4:04 to go, and it feels like a homecoming game for sure here in the second quarter.
It's been quite a change of events since about midway through the first quarter here so far.
I mean, it looked like Washington may ruin homecoming.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't look like that at all as the kick is up, and it is good. 31-7, Waverly-Shell Rock leads on the K-Way Sports Network.
Good luck, Go Hawks, from Johnston Financial Services. Johnston Financial Services at 116 West Bremer Avenue in Waverly. Call them at 352-5938. Securities offered through First Heartland Capital Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Johnston Financial Services, LLC, is not affiliated with First Heartland Capital Incorporated. When it comes to investing, start with Johnston Financial Services, LLC.
Waverly-Shell Rock 31, Washington of Cedar Rapids 7. By the way, some Cedar Rapids fans listening on the Huddle stream may be interested in this. At halftime, Class 5A 9th ranked Cedar Falls leads Cedar Rapids Prairie 10-3. Gavin Bockelt's going to kick off. He's made 6 field goals this year. The single season record is 7. Andrew Mohan had that 2023. Riley Rost had it in 2001. Rost and Bocholt now are tied for career field goals. He had that from 2000 to 2001, and Simon Ott had 10 in 2020 through 2022, as Bocholt will kick this ball off, and that one will be taken at the 3-yard line on the near side. Go Hawks, not quite as good a coverage they had before, but still decent coverage. They're going to bring him down about the 27-yard line. But you look at those numbers, he's tied for the career record, and he's a junior.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I didn't see Riley Ross kick, but I saw Simon Ott, who's now a Wartburg College Knight, going to be playing tomorrow, not kicking, but I thought Simon might be about as good, or Andrew Mohan, the other one is in those records for 7 in the season, might be as good as I'll ever see. And Bocholt is standing on their shoulders, but certainly standing above them now.
Yeah, he's certainly not done yet this year, and then we get a whole nother year of it. So
yeah.
Who knows? It'll be probably untouchable, whatever that final number is.
Yeah. And if they get 10, he may get 3 or 4 more yet this year. Play action. Rolling to the left-hand side. Willis chasing down McGuire. He's going to hit him as he throws. That ball is incomplete. Brady Willis is having himself a fantastic ball game, Coach.
Yeah, and we talked about earlier how hard it is to tackle their quarterback in space, and Brady just stayed with him the whole time and waited for him to raise up and put him on his back. It was a really outstanding play there by Brady.
By the way, on those records, I want to say thanks to our stat guys, especially Mr. Roney, who puts so much work into compiling those stats and looking at records and everything. We really, really appreciate their work. McGuire under center. Toss play comes to the near side. There's nothing there running room-wise. Oh, big deck of the halfback as he's running near side. That was Holmgard who flew in like a wrecking ball. Elsa Miller, actually, no, it was Elsa Miller.
That was Elsa Miller.
Woo. That was the jack right there. He jacked him up. Holy cow.
You can hear that thing up here through the glass.
Man. I mean, he slugged him, Coach.
That was impressive.
He's already got a touchdown. He's got the hard hit of the game here, too, so far. Yeah, this was 7-0 Washington until Elsa Miller picked up that ball and went 52 yards on a scoop and score. Since then, the tide's turned, and Washington's drowning. Wide receiver on either side. Sidecar, halfbacks, and a timeout's going to be taken No. Delay a game. Washington did not call a timeout there. They have 2 left, and there's only 3:45 to go in the quarter. I'm kind of surprised you didn't burn one there to save yourself 5 yards.
Their coach is out on the field. I don't know if he was trying to get one or maybe he's just mad.
You know, it's not a video game. You can't press select and get yourself a timeout.
Yeah.
Now he calls one. Oh, my gosh. He calls one after taking a 5-yard penalty. That's strange as it gets. Be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Go Hawk Football, 31-7 Go Hawks on the K-Way Sports Network.
Have you ever needed an appliance repaired? Who do you call? Most stores will only repair an appliance they sold. At Cedar Valley Appliance in Waverly, we will service most appliances and even offer a full line of Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Speed Queen appliances. So when your fridge is on the fritz and your washer is acting up, call Cedar Valley Appliance at 319-559-2373. That's 319-559-2373. Or stop in 1004 East Bremer at the top of the hill in Waverly. Cedar Valley Appliance, fix or buy, give us a try.
Welcome back to Rolling Forward presents Go Hawk Football. 31-7 with 3:45 to go in the first half. The Go Hawks with the lead. Washington had a really bizarre sequence. Their quarterback, their coach didn't call a timeout or didn't get his timeout in, or whatever it is, before the delay game, took it after the delay game, and spent most of the timeout talking to the referee. And you know, as a coach, just because you say timeout doesn't mean it's granted.
Yeah, it happens all the time, especially in football. If you're going to get one, you better get in somebody's ear.
Yeah, that's right. Twins left, wide receiver right. McGuire in shotgun. 3rd down and 13 to go. He looks left. He's looking to run. He'd rather run. The Go Hawks going to bring him down, though, at the 30-yard line. Jorgensen tackled as he got to clean up Jack Elsa-Miller's mess. Elsa-Miller's holding at the bottom, and there's nothing better than watching somebody hold a real-life dummy. Now a late flag flies. This is an extracurricular style flag, and I'm not sure what happened, but Cedar Rapids, Washington had Grady McGuire walking away from the play, clapping. Let's listen. Yeah, I thought that was going against him. I know he was clapping, but I think it was more of a frustration clap.
There was definitely some extracurriculars going on there in the middle of that pile, and we had a couple guys get rolled up on each other. Our own 2 players, I think somebody got shoved late.
Well, it's good to see no one's hurt. That's where you get hurt a lot, getting rolled up on. Twins right-hand side, 1 receiver left. The punt unit, is out there. They've had so many problems. This could be safety if they keep the bad snaps. Last 2 snaps have been bad, 1 low, 1 high. Go Hawks will be sending pressure, no doubt about it. Snap is decent. Punt is up. It's off. It'll bounce to the 50. Lolk gonna let that one bounce all the way to the Go Hawk 34-yard line where it comes to rest. Good punt there considering. Big play there for Cedar Rapids, Washington. So it's 31-7 Go Hawks with 3:18 to go in the second quarter. This place is hopping here. There's hardly a seat available in the parents section here in the stands. A lot of people standing up around the fence. The students all wearing black and gold. It sure feels like homecoming. Being told the concession stand is being mobbed right now. What a great time to be a Go Hawk.
Going to get another Tate Lolk series here on offense.
Lolk gives that Go Hawks that explosiveness on the outside. Tied end to the left, that's Cash Ryan, the extra tight end. Man in motion's Bodensteiner. They fake the handoff to him. Lolk keeps it left-hand side. Gets the 35, and he's going to pull guys. He's near the 40. He's still on his feet. Churning, getting shoved from behind, and pushed forward for a near first down run. Porter Barons said, come on, Tate, let's go.
I was just going to say, can't give the center any credit for yards in the game, but he certainly got Tate 5 or 6 more yards there.
That was a great play, and Tate's legs just kept churning. He would have made butter if he was in milk. 2nd down and 1. Lolk in at QB. He's got 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions throwing this year. Throws right-hand side, finds his man, Meyer Lillibridge, who catches, and that's a First Maxfield Mutual Insurance first down.
Nice little simple throw and catch there by Tate. Thomas ran a really good route. Forward progress got us the first down.
2 timeouts left for the Go Hawks, 1 for Cedar Rapids, Washington, as there is 2 minutes, 35 seconds and counting left to go. Go Hawks 52 yards away from pay dirt with a fresh set of downs on the right side hash. Marching band preparing to come out as well. Handoff up the middle. Now bouncing to the left-hand side. McIver Haggerty stays on his feet, and he gets a 2-yard gain. That was a noisy 2 yards. Second down and 8.
Got 2 minutes here, but we do still have 3 timeouts. So,
well, 2. We burned.
Oh yeah, that must
burned
must
that one
not
earlier.
be working.
Yeah, they're down to 1. We're down to 2 left. Go Hawks called that one when they had the and goal situation. Then it turned into a field goal, if you remember that. Look, back to pass, looks right, throws right. Oh boy, that was scary. Threw to Bodensteiner, coming underneath, and I thought for a moment that Bate might get underneath that and pick that for a second, Coach.
Yeah, that was close. He made a heck of a play on the ball there. About one more step, and that could have been 6 going the other way.
Third down and 8 with Tate Loke calling the signals with 1:38 to go in the first half. Go Hawks lead 31-7 on that rolling forward scoreboard. Twins left, 1 receiver right. Like to see Loke take off and run here somehow. He's back to pass. He's blitzed. He throws. Rylan Peters over the middle. Late flag. It's going to be roughing the passer, and he gets down to the 22-yard line. So Loke completes it to Peters. I think he got roughed at the end of that one as well. Peters is wide open, and really good pitch and catch considering Loke was getting decked in the process.
We might have a hold.
Well, let's see.
Nope, you're right. I'm glad you're right.
Yeah. Well, as I tell my wife, I'm always right, Coach.
Yeah. What am I doing questioning you?
You know, the nice thing is the winner, I get to question you all the time
Yeah.
during basketball season. What were they thinking on that one? Go Hawks in the Noel Fry State Farm red zone. Called Noel Fry with State Farm Insurance in Waverly. The ball is down at the 12-yard line. Great play. Peters is wide open again. Lulk stood and delivered. Twins right, 1 receiver left. And there's a pre-snap penalty.
You know, I think it's on our receivers again. I think they're going on Caleb's. Oh no! Wow, man, we definitely had a couple guys take off early though. But I think our receivers are going on the cadence and not the ball, and then the snap gets a little delayed and it looks goofy.
And the Porter's done a good job all year, but you know it's not automatic that the snap comes when the cadence comes.
Right.
The boy has to think.
And it's hard too. I mean, you hear go, you go, right?
Yeah, that's right. First down and 5. The Go Hawks can pick up a first down at the 2-yard line. Probably just going to give this ball to Haggerty or maybe run a read option. It's a read option, left-hand side. Luke runs towards the sideline, and he's going to dive for the pylon. He is in for the score. A 7-yard touchdown run by Tate Luke.
It's a heck of a second effort there by Tate. Outstretched, getting over the pylon for the touchdown.
1:09 to go in the first half, and there's probably few better feelings than that dive, knock down the pylon play. You watch it on Sundays your whole life. You try it in the video games. You get to do it on homecoming night. How cool is that? Now for the PAT. Kick is up, and it's straight on through. What else would you expect? Go Hawks 38. Washington 7. The Go Hawks have scored 38 unanswered on the K-Way Sports Network.
Dale Service Auto Repair and Towing in Waverly is who to call for your full range of automotive services to keep your car running smoothly. Dale Service offers quick oil changes, full mechanic services, including custom exhaust, tune-ups, brakes, alignments, suspension service, air conditioning service, and more. Stop by today for a free estimate. Dale Service also has 24-hour towing and 24/7 roadside assistance. Call 230-3081 in case of emergency. For exceptional auto repair in Waverly, give Dale Service Auto Repair and Towing a call today.
48-7 go Hawks after Tate Lolk knocked the pylon down on the near front side, and the Go Hawks will be kicking off. See Harper Keith running out there. I don't think he's been on the kickoff team yet tonight. Good seeing the Go Hawks getting different guys in. Gavin Bockel might make it a boring play for him, though, if he can kick it out the back of the end zone. Ball teed up at the 40 toward the left side hash, but not on it. The approach, the kick, high. Hanger taken at the 5. Not going to be boring. Up the hash marks, a hit. He breaks the tackle. Gets hit again around the 25. And then the gaggle of Go Hawks brings him down at the 26-yard line. Again, this was 7-0 with 2:49 to go. Washington had the lead in the first quarter, and since then the Go Hawks have scored twice in the first quarter, 4 times in the second quarter, all touchdowns except for the 35-yard field goal, and they were kind of kicking themselves about not scoring that touchdown.
Yeah, now we just got to make sure we don't let something silly happen here and let them put one in here before half. 59 seconds, and they may just run it a couple times and get out of here and readjust too. So it'll be interesting to see if they take a shot here.
Bowden Center, the free safety, has got to really be the free safety here. Under center is McGuire. He'll hand the football off. Big hit right away. Tackle made by Jorgensen. Easton Jorgensen is going to be fun to watch for the next couple of years, Coach.
Yeah, man. He 155 pounds, but he just brought the wood there. He's not afraid to hit somebody.
He's only a sophomore. He could gain another 20 pounds before he's a senior.
And he will. He works hard at it, and he's a kid that loves the weight room, and he's only going to get better.
The kids understand nutrition so much more than they used to as well. Sidecar halfback, shotgun formation. McGuire, 3-step drop. Looks left, looks right, nothing's open. He's going to get away from a would-be sacker, but there's plenty of gold hats in front of him. He has to skedaddle out of bounds with 26 ticks to go in the first half. Didn't get anything there, and Go Hawks did a good job of covering deep, but also covering the quarterback.
Yeah, we had all the receivers covered up, and we didn't blitz, so we were able to kind of do a better job of containing the quarterback there. And now it's just a matter of 3rd and 10 here. We just can't give up something big.
Do you tell your D lineman that only 2 of you get downfield, the other you guys stay back a little bit?
Yeah, or you run a spy on the quarterback, or something to try to help contain him. 2
halfbacks, 2 wide receivers, shotgun formation. McGuire looking, pockets popping. He's going to have to run for it, and he's going to be hit by Brady Willis. He gets away from it. Broken tackle off of home guard. Runs the near sideline. 6 seconds on the clock, and he gets out of bounds with 4 on the clock. Boy, if Willis gets that tackle, the half is over, but he gets out of bounds. Still a big task ahead for Washington, but they'll have 4 seconds to give it a try. By the way, at halftime, we've got the Rolling Forward Halftime Report. Going to talk with Sophie Cedric, a current Wartburg Ignites volleyball player and former Go Hawk. Also going to give the big drawing as the Go Hawk Gridiron Club has been doing their big drawings throughout the week, and the big grand prize will be announced on the air here in just a little bit. I see a whole tub of names to draw, and a timeout's taken by Wash. We'll take a timeout as well. Be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Go Hawk Football Live on the Gateway Sports Network.
With equipment prices going up, are you ensuring that rock damage is not going to cost you at the worst possible time? That's why Midwest growers are turning to TerraClear. TerraClear's end-to-end rock picking service has custom providers ready to take care of your rock problem on your schedule. Or want to pick rock yourself? The TerraClear Rock Map identifies the rocks in your field and guides you on the most efficient route to pick them, so you get the job done in a fraction of the time. Visit TerraClear.com or call them at 712-513-2809 to learn more about TerraClear's rock picking solutions today.
Home homecoming here in Waverly as the Waverly-Shell Go Hawks lead the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors 38-7. There's 4 seconds left. Washington has to go 60 yards on this play to score. Go Hawks running coach's favorite, Prevent. 3 guys deep. And the big thing is just if McGuire goes somewhere, tackle him. He's slippery. He's in shotgun. Wide receiver on either side, 2 halfbacks. He's back to pass. Only 2 guys running routes. He steps away from a tackler. He's going to think about throwing. He's still just dancing around. Now he's going to go out of bounds. Oh, boy. He rammed into Elsa Miller. Big collision, but that's the end of the first half. 38-7 is the score. Be back with a Rolling Forward halftime report after this. You're listening to Go Hawk Football live on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Greg Stockdale from Rolling Forward in Shell Rock. Go Hawk fans, it's now time for the Rolling Forward halftime report.
Team, a group of people working together toward a common vision. Dr. Alan Young of Waverly Family Dentistry has set his team's goals as to exceed the patient's expectations. Dr. Young and his team sees a patient's mouth not as it is, but as it can become. Nothing is impossible. They can turn obstacles into possibilities. At Waverly Family Dentistry, Dr. Alan Young can take common dental problems and attain uncommon results. They do this because in Dr. Young's eyes, his patients are simply the best.
Have you ever needed an appliance repaired? Who do you call? Most stores will only repair an appliance they sold. At Cedar Valley Appliance in Waverly, we will service most appliances and even offer a full line of Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Speed Queen appliances.
So when your fridge is on the fritz and your washer is acting up, call Cedar Valley Appliance at 319-559-2373. That's 319-559-2373. Or stop in 1004 East Bremer at the top of the hill in Waverly. Cedar Valley Appliance, fix or buy, give us a try.
Welcome back to the Rolling Forward halftime report. 38-7, the Go Hawks have the lead, and the Go Hawk Gridiron Club has been doing their beef raffle all week long. It's time now for the grand prize, and we got a representative from the Go Hawk Gridiron Club here. And tell us, what are the grand prizes here?
So what we've got is 4 quarters of beef. 2 of them have paid processing, and two regular need to be paid. Along with the Traeger. We got a Traeger grill from Modern Builders.
All right, well, let's do the drawing. Let's get a big hand here. Do you want me to pull them out, or are you going to take it out?
How about it?
Oh, I'd love to pull. You know, the nice thing is, they're all good people supporting the Go Hawk Gridiron Club. And the first
we greatly appreciate it.
Winner is Bob Peterson from Laverne, Iowa.
All right.
So congratulations.
So
what's he get?
Bob. We've got 1 quarter of beef.
Okay, 1 quarter of beef. Let's do another quarter of beef here as we got a lot of names. Boy, look at all this support for the Go Hawk Gridiron Club. You can't see it, but I can. Steve Dara. Steve Dara wins another quarter.
Another quarter, you got
another
it.
Quarter of beef here. And is this the Traeger now?
So the next 2 that we draw here will be the quarter with the paid processing.
Okay, next one's our quarter of beef with paid processing. And this name is Tom and Tracy Myers.
Very good.
Tom and Tracy Myers.
Tom and Tracy.
Okay, let's do another one here. Again, all these proceeds help out the Go Hawk Gridiron Club, as it is Gary Clark.
Gary Clark. Congratulations, Gary.
And this last one's the Traeger Grill?
Traeger Grill.
Okay, Traeger Grills. Everybody knows the quality of grill that is. Hundreds of names here. Before we draw this one, what does this all go to, the proceeds?
So all the proceeds we put back into the program. Buying Guardian caps, buying footballs, anything to help support the Go Hawks. Our goal is to raise enough money to provide maybe money towards helping with the scoreboard. Whatever the Go Hawks need.
All right. Yep. Well, the Traeger Grill will go to Ruth Kirchhoff. So Ruth Kirchhoff wins that, but the big winners are the Go Hawks, the kids, that are going to benefit from all this. And I thank you for all that you guys do at the Go Hawk Gridiron Club to help our kids have a better experience.
You bet. We can't thank Go Hawk Nation enough. A lot of great support for these young men.
And right now, those young men are up 38-7 on homecoming. We're going to talk with an alumni, Sophie Cedric, a Wartburg volleyball player, when we come back with more of the Rolling Forward Halftime Show on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hey, is your family on the go? Juggling school, sports, and a million other activities? We get it. Life moves fast, and the last thing you want to worry about is your auto insurance bill. Hi, I'm AJ Malloy with your local American Family Insurance Agency in Waverly. We believe protecting what matters most shouldn't break the bank. We're all about helping families like yours find the right coverage at the right price. Maybe you could be saving money by bundling your autos and home insurance, or maybe you're a safe driver who qualifies for our Drive My Way program. Let us do the work to find the discounts you deserve, so you have more time to spend on the things that really matter, like family. Call me at Malloy & Associates, your American Family Insurance Agency, 319-352-5530. We'll help you save on auto insurance so you can dream fearlessly.
Proud to support Waverly-Shell High School athletic events is Waverly Box and Pallet. Good luck, Go Hawks, this season from Waverly Box and Pallet.
Joe Hawk Dumpers.
Hi, I'm doing a big project in my house and I need a dumpster.
We can do that. Hawk, yeah, we can.
From dumpsters to property cleanouts, fall cleanups, or just moving a bunch of stuff, call Joe Hawk Dumpers at 641-201-0423. That's 641-201-0423. Joe Hawk Dumpers, taking the dew off your honey-do list.
Welcome back to the Rolling Forward Halftime Report. We're talking with a former Go Hawk, now current Wartburg Knight volleyball player, Sophie Cedric. And Sophie, we were just talking about this before we went on. You're a senior.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Time really does fly by when you're having fun, and that's very true.
Did you ever think you'd be coached by Coach Wooden again? But well, not Coach Wooden, but you know what I mean. You got Coach Yvonne Wooden's daughter now.
Yeah, honestly, no, but I am super, super glad that I get to spend my final year with Dee.
Is she like Yvonne at all?
There are some ways that they're very similar, but she's young and has been coaching a lot too, so there's some different ways that she's also been doing as well.
Now she's expecting. Who's more excited, her or all the girls on the team?
Oh, I think we're all more excited, but she's probably super duper excited too.
You're talking with Sophie Cedric. You're a senior. Obviously, there's a change in coaching staff to some degree. Coach Walker's still around. Was there any nerves for you? Like, do I want to do this with a change?
Honestly, no. I think change is growth, and I think that's very good. And learning new different coaching styles is always a very good thing too. And I don't know. I just love change, and I love to grow. So.
What was your favorite Waverly-Shell memory?
Oh, I think my senior year at the state championships when we beat North Scott in 4 sets.
I was just thinking about that today. That ball went out of bounds. It was 32-30. Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation like that again?
Honestly, I don't think I have, no, but that game was very, very wild, and I was not expecting that.
Do you have a favorite memory as a Wartburg player? I mean, you've battled through a lot of bad memories in the forms of injuries.
Yeah. My favorite memory was kind of just last year, how we had some rough spots in the season, but we just battled back together as a team and made it to the ARC tournament championship.
In time with Sophie Cedric. This is the halftime of the Rolling Forward halftime report. Football going on right now, and your little brother, not so little, but what's it been like watching him?
Oh, it's been great, and I wanted to stay around the area too throughout college just to watch him and support him, and watching him grow up through sports and having this be a senior year is really special to me too, and I'm just excited to watch him play.
Has he told you where he's going next year?
No, he hasn't, but I hope he wears black and orange.
There you go. Maybe a little pressure from Big Sister. And do you give him any advice knowing what it looks like, not only to be an athlete, but also to be a student?
Yeah, just go to a place where you feel free and you feel like you can strive both on the academic standpoint and the athletic standpoint.
And, you know, obviously the volleyball team, they're going as well. What do you, I guess, give advice to those young ladies who are wanting to be better at their craft and be a collegiate player like yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Just live in the moment and take as many opportunities as you can, whether it's going in early in the morning to get reps or staying later or just asking a buddy to pepper in the lawn.
And Sophie, what are you going to do after this year?
I am not sure. I'm currently thinking of moving out of state, somewhere warm, and maybe getting medical device sales.
All right, somewhere warm. Anywhere in particular? I mean, like in Florida, California?
I really like Arizona. Arizona is really nice.
And is that someplace you went on spring break or something?
I actually have family that live there, so we went and over Christmas had a little family vacation, and I loved it.
And remind me, what's your major?
I am a health and fitness studies major.
Okay, and so I get to talk with Sophie Cedric from Waverly-Shell, now with the Wartburg College Knights. Good luck this year, and any message to fans who might be wondering whether or not they should check you guys out this season?
Yeah, absolutely come because it's going to be a great season.
All right, well, Sophie, thank you so much, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you so much, Matt.
Yeah, that's former Go Hawk, current Knight Sophie Cedric. Be back with more of the Rolling Forward Halftime Report after this on the K-Way Sports Network.
Are you looking to build a stronger financial future right here in Waverly? At Fulkert's Financial Strategies, they want to understand your unique goals for retirement, protecting your family, or navigating your business towards financial security. They're located right here in Waverly, providing sensible solutions for home, business, and farm. Located conveniently at 410 West Bremer Avenue in Waverly, their dedicated team offers personalized advice focused on long-term planning and your financial future. They're your trusted partners focused on your well-being. Take control of your financial journey. Call Fulkert's Financial Strategies today at 319-352-8871 to schedule a confidential conversation. That's 319-352-8871. Fulkert's Financial Strategies. Your financial success is our priority.
You love it and you've asked for more. Hi, this is Len from the Pizza Ranch in Waverly. You love our all-you-can-eat buffet. We serve the famous buffet your way every weekday from 11 to 2 for lunch and 4:30 to 8 for supper. And now, by popular demand, we offer our buffet on weekends from 11 to 8. Yes, every Saturday and Sunday, get the all-you-can-eat buffet from 11 to 8. Come and enjoy the buffet your way, now on weekends too at the Waverly Pizza Ranch.
Hey, Mom, where's the old black tire we float on the river with?
Why? It's way too cold to get in the water.
We're having a contest to see who can make the scariest costume on Halloween. Harper's going as a vampire, Maddie is a zombie, and Delilah is a monster.
Ooh, that's pretty scary. What are you going as?
The scariest thing there is, a bald tire.
You're right. That is scary. Don't let Grandma and Grandpa see you. They might have a heart attack.
I know, right?
New tires from Waverly Tire Company will help keep your family safe and your vehicle on the road this winter. And at Waverly Tire Company, their prices won't scare you either. So before the snow flies, visit Waverly Tire Company.
We are family.
With equipment prices going up, are you ensuring that rock damage is not going to cost you at the worst possible time? That's why Midwest growers are turning to TerraClear. TerraClear's end-to-end rock picking service has custom providers ready to take care of your rock problem on your schedule. Or want to pick rock yourself? The TerraClear Rock Map identifies the rocks in your field and guides you on the most efficient route to pick them, so you get the job done in a fraction of the time. Visit TerraClear.com or call them at 712-513-2809 to learn more about TerraClear's rock picking solutions today.
Welcome back to the Rolling Forward Halftime Report. 38-7, Waverly-Shell with the lead, and we'll get to the stats in a moment. But right now, here's the sounds of the Beach Boys from the Go Hawk Marching Band. It's I get around as the Go Hawks. They've gotten around the Washington Warriors quite a bit tonight. Let's take a look at the stats. First downs in the game. Go Hawks have 6, Washington 7. And look at rushing yards. Go Hawk 14 rushes for 109 yards. Washington 29 for 117, though some of that's kind of garbage yards at the end. Passing, the Go Hawks 3 of 7 for 35 yards. Washington 2 of 8 for 17 yards. 2 turnovers for Washington, none for the Go-Hawks. Total yards, Go-Hawks have 144 yards, 134 for Washington. Time of possession, 24 minutes, 54 seconds for Washington, only 8:48 for the Go-Hawks, who've just been hitting big plays over and over. Penalties in the game, Go-Hawks 3 for 25 yards. Cedar Rapids, Washington 7 for 64. Individually, let's start with the visitors from Washington. They're led in passing by Grady McGuire, 2 of 8 for 17 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Rushing the ball, Grady McGuire, 12 rushes for 80 yards and a touchdown. Tyrion Montgomery, 5 for 17. Kobe Sent, 3 for 13. Nicholas Riley, 7 rushes for just 40 yards. Gabe Brown, 2 for 3. Receiving, Cam Stroshine, 1 catch for 12. Fidel Tia, 1 for 5. And they've had 1 for 1 on extra points. And let's see, punting, they've had 1 block, 2 block actually, and 1 that was snapped over the punter set. They're averaging 15.8 yards a punt. That's with a long of 51. Then that block has a lot to do with that. For the Go-Hawks, passing, Tate Lolk, 2 of 5 for 32 yards, no touchdowns, no interception. Caleb Shipper, 1 for 2 for just 3 yards. Running the ball, McIver Haggerty, 8 rushes for 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cale Dewey, 1 for 38, that was a touchdown. Tate Lolk, 3 rushes for 24, including a touchdown. Brady Bonensetter, 1 for 13. Caleb Shipper was sacked once and lost 12 yards. Receiving the ball, Ryland Peters, 1 catch for 26 yards. Thomas Meyer Lillibridge, 1 for 6. Brady Bonensetter, 1 for 3. Kicking, Gavin Bachholt, 1 for 1 for field goals with 35-yarder. He's 1 away from the single-season record, and he's 1 away from breaking the career record for field goals. Remember, he's a junior. He's 5 for 5 on extra points as well. 1 kickoff return for Brady Bonensetter went 44 yards. That was big. Gavin Bachholt's just 1 punt. It was a 35-yarder into the night sky. Easton Jorgensen been doing a lot of tackling. 11 tackles for him. Jack Elstermiller has 7. Ian Cedric is huge right now with 6 tackles. And then Shane Newsom and Parker Homeguard each have 4. Of course, Jack Elstermiller, that fumble recovery, scoop, and score. A big moment in the football game. That's the Waverly Box and Pallet Box score as it's 38-7. We'll take a break, come back, give us some analysis of this first half, a little bit longer, a halftime on this homecoming. 38-7 Go Hawks lead as the moon's starting to rise. You're listening to Go Hawk Football, presented by Rolling Forward on the K-Way Sports Network.
Rolling Forward, it's a name you know with the ones you trust.
Are you looking for a new vehicle but don't know where to start? If you're wanting to skip the stress, visit the best place in the area to purchase a reliable vehicle. Hi, I'm Greg Stockdale from Rolling Ford in Shell Rock. We are the only dealership in the area to be named the Ford President's Award winner 7 years in a row, putting us in the top 1% in the country. With our top-notch service and sales departments, we will make your experience as smooth as possible. We have an abundance of new and certified pre-owned Ford vehicles, plus you'll have the opportunity to build your own F-150 or any vehicle of your choice. No matter what you value when car shopping, Rolling Ford offers the best of the best. Stop in today or go to rollingford.com to see our new and certified pre-owned vehicles we have ready for you. Rolling Ford, right off Highway 3 in Shell Rock, the destination Ford store where you'll really like how you're treated.
We get you rolling, Rolling Forward.
Patients and families choose hospitals and providers for many reasons. It's no surprise that quality of care tops the list. What is surprising is when top quality care is combined with convenience and comfort at the highest levels, especially in a small community. That's an experience beyond expectations. It all works out to a rare combination. We're big enough to care for you, but small enough to care about you. Find local care at waverlyhealthcenter.org.
Nothing can be as important as keeping your home properly heated this winter. And if your LP gas man is Delavu Oil, you're assured that running out of LP will never be a problem. Delavu Oil is there when you need them 24 hours a day for all your LP and fuel oil needs. Call the professionals at Delavu Oil at 319-352-3437 or stop in and visit with them at 600 West Bremer Avenue, Waverly. For home heating fuels, it's Delavu Oil in Waverly.
Hi, this is Tamala Johnson, principal at St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly. I invite you to discover what academic, emotional, and spiritual growth opportunities St. Paul's can provide your children. If you're interested in school choice and giving your child a well-rounded educational opportunity in a Christian setting, please visit our website or call and ask about our educational and scholarship programs. St. Paul's Lutheran School in Waverly is an accredited institution where Christian faith and learning go hand in hand.
You don't need to live in the big city to enjoy great internet, especially when you have internet through Butler Bremer Communications. With their high-speed fiber optic network, Butler Bremer Communications offers speeds of up to 1 gig and offer matching upload and download speeds. That means no more lag when you're gaming, streaming, or connecting with your family in video calls. All this along with local and knowledgeable customer service to make sure you're getting the most from your connection. For high-speed, reliable internet and customer service, connect with Butler Bremer Communications.
Welcome back to the Rolling Forward halftime report as the drum corps entertains the crowd as the Go Hawks are up 38-7. Even had an upside-down drummer just a bit ago as back-and-back plays as the boys come back on the field to finish their warm-ups. And the second half, it's going to be about, if you're Go Hawks in the ideal world, do you want to score, get the clock going, and get some kids in?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we got to take care of business early. We don't want to, slip up and give up a couple scores early and then get yourself back into a dogfight. But, try to get to that running clock and then try to stay healthy. I mean, mission accomplished. You want to win the game tonight, and then you want to get ready to play next week and get yourself ready to play for a district runner-up and a playoff berth.
I tell you what, I didn't think this night would be as fun as it is. It's homecoming, but I thought, man, this could be a grind. Cedar Rapids, Washington kind of scared me coming into this. McGuire, their quarterback, is so talented, and credit the defense. They've handled him pretty nicely.
Yeah, and other than the one slip-up on the goal line there, in the first half, we've taken advantage of every mistake they've made, and that's something that we haven't done, previously this year. And so, that's huge for us. And the momentum and the crowd, we're 40-1 to our crowd to their crowd, and so the crowd getting into it makes a big difference. And momentum's huge in sports, and we all know that. But hopefully we can keep it rolling here in the second half.
And I hope you don't take this the wrong way to the Washington fans that may be listening and watching. But there's just a difference. I lived in the Cedar Rapids area growing up. There wasn't this feel of everybody pulling for Jefferson or Washington or Kennedy. There's just something different about being the school in your community. Waverly and Shell Rock have won, and that smaller town feel. And, growing up in Fredericksburg and I in Springville, it was the thing everybody did. Friday nights, you all saw the lights and, bugs, you went to it.
Yeah, for sure. And, I don't think everybody fully understands, and I don't think our kids understand until they graduate and come back, how good we have it here at Waverly-Shell Rock. We're a fairly large community, but the backing that we get from parents and just the community in general, and whether it's support at games, our stands are always full. When the school needs something, people step up and donate. We just have something special here. There's a lot of pride in this community, and it's really cool to be a part of it.
It's as big as a small town can get, and it's as small as a big town can get. It's just that perfect size, in my opinion, and it allows these kids to really be the heroes of the town, and everybody give a darn about it. And kids, the parents, they want to see wins, and the community, they want to see wins. They also want to see these kids come back as alumni with their kids here. How many alumni did you walk by that had strollers with them or kids with them, or now they're watching their kids play? The town wants to see athletic success, but they also want to see that success. They understand that sports is a key part of that, I think.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Just on my walk up here, which was pretty early before the game, well before the game started, saw quite a few alumni already just milling around and socializing, and like you said, a few of them toting baby strollers. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting old. But it's really cool to see the pride, and it's just a special place to be.
And the crowd watched the band like they were watching a rock concert. I mean, how cool is that? By the way, Decorah is leading Mason City 51-13 at halftime. Doesn't look like the Riverhawks are going to give the Go Hawks any help. We'll come back with the second half in just a moment. 38-7, the Go Hawks lead Cedar Rapids, Washington on homecoming night. Again, 38-7 our score. You've been listening to the Rolling Forward Halftime Report, brought to you by Rolling Forward on the K-Way Sports Network.
Serving the local community was our commitment when our bank was founded over 155 years ago. We continue the mission with local ownership and community focus. I'm Susan Whitson with First Bank. From local shop owners to generational farmers to new homeowners and retired teachers, helping you plan for your financial future has been a part of who we are. We're proud to serve you first. Welcome to First Bank. This is our story, and we're just getting started. Visit firstiowa.bank to learn more about how we can serve you first. Member FDIC.
Assured Partners in Waverly, Waterloo, and Nashua is your one call for insurance and benefits needs. Assured Partners offers a full line of home, auto, and renter's insurance along with commercial, fleet, liability, and workers' comp insurance. And Assured Partners can also help you with your benefits package, whether you're a business looking out for your employees or someone with a retirement portfolio to manage. Call your local Assured Partners office for all the details. Assured Partners in Waverly, Waterloo, and Nashua. Power through partnership.
Looking for a new ride? At Jerry Rolling Motors, the all-new Chevy and Buick lineup is here. With sleek designs, brand new technology, and a ride so comfortable you'll look forward to every mile.
Whether it's advanced safety features, connected infotainment, or just the thrill of driving something new, you'll find it at Jerry Rolling Motors. We live here,
we work here,
and we are here for you.
Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Jerry Rolling Motors, right for you.
You're listening to the K-Way Sports Network, K-Way Country, AM 1470, and the new FM 96.3.
Hi, this is Greg Stockdale. Thanks for listening to the Rolling Forward Halftime Report. Good luck in the second half. Go Hawks.
Well, the halftime's over, 38-7. The Go Hawks with the lead on their homecoming. Go Hawks in black with white lettering and numbering, gold pants, the black stripe down the side, gold helmets with a black Go Hawk flying on the side of that. Washington in their white jerseys, blue pants, blue helmets. Go Hawks will be kicking off right to left on your dial. On the left-hand side, by the way, you see a waning gibbous moon that's rising on this beautiful October night. And here's the kick from Bachholt. Gets his foot into that one down to the 3-yard line. There will be a return. 10, 15 right down the hash. Big hit. He breaks the tackle and then down to the 26-yard line as the Go Hawks bring him down. That tackle was made there by Cale Dewey. So Cedar Rapids, Washington will have the football. And, you know, you kind of take it for granted. Well, Go Hawks going to stop. They'll get the clock running. You forget it was 7-0 Washington, so it's not like these guys can't do anything.
Well, yeah, and it was actually, there was a pretty good chance it was going to be 14-0 there for a second.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're certainly capable. And like I said, I think we just need to really get off to a great start here and not slip up and let them score a couple early in this quarter.
And those homecoming halftimes are a little bit longer. You can do more adjusting. Handoff goes the fullback. Brady Willis just rides on top of him and brings him down. Good job by Willis. Just putting the seatbelt on him. He immediately grabbed him from behind around the waist.
Great start for our D-line there. Got a huge push. Brady Willis having a game.
Has the D-line played any better than this all season?
No, I definitely think that this is one of our, outside of that first series where, you know, they kind of drove it down pretty easily. Our D-line has been tough as nails ever since.
Yeah, that's Langner, Lawless, Cedric, and Willis. There's others that get in there, but those boys have been absolutely not only big, but getting by people. There's that pro set again, under centers McGuire. Tosses left-hand side. Go Hawks have it contained. Jack Elson-Miller there didn't make the tackle, but he got there, and a lot of hats followed him. No gain on the play. That's how defensive coordinator Kevin Twait coaches that.
Yeah, and, you know, Che Newsom there, he didn't make the tackle, but he came upfield really quickly and wrong-armed it, which he's supposed to do, and try to get that thing turned in. He blew up that first blocker, which allowed those guys to make the play. And sometimes those things don't get recognized, but, you know, Che was the reason that was a play for no gain.
3rd down and 10. Imperial March playing over the speakers. Twins right, one receiver left. One halfback and shotgun with Grady McGuire. Pre-snap penalty. Or a timeout call pre-snap. Yeah, the older Coach Twait asked for a timeout, and we'll take one with them. There's 10:27 to go in the third quarter to go Hawks 38. The Warriors 7 on the K-Way Sports Network.
Looking for a new ride? At Jerry Rolling Motors, the all-new Chevy and Buick lineup is here. With sleek designs, brand new technology, and a ride so comfortable you'll look forward to every mile.
Whether it's advanced safety features, connected infotainment, or just the thrill of driving something new, you'll find it at Jerry Rolling Motors. We live here,
we work here,
and we are here for you.
Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Jerry Rolling Motors, right for you.
Waverly-Shell used their first of 3 timeouts in this half, up 38-7 on a 3rd down and 10. Coaches didn't like what they saw defensively. Twins right, one receiver left. Shotgun formation for Grady McGuire, the senior quarterback. 4 touchdowns to the air, 2 picks. Back to pass. Looked like their wide receiver jumped. He's throwing a ball deep. Deep post. Meyer Lillibridge, perfect coverage, stride for stride with Tia, and that's incomplete. Well done, Meyer Lillibridge.
Yeah, you can't really ask for any better coverage than that. I mean, stride for stride, didn't get there early.
I mean, he had the best chance of the football.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I thought he was going to get a hand on it there, but it was overthrown a little bit more than I thought it was.
4th down and 10. The punting adventures of the Washington Warriors. New episode now running. Getting a lot of pressure. The kick is off. End over end. Almost hit a Go-Hawk. As Che Newsom and Thomas Meyer Lillibridge had their back to it and almost hit them, they got out of the way on that Peter call, and it settles at the 36-yard line as 10-11 to go here in the third quarter. If the Go-Hawks score anything more than a field goal, they will get the clock running. 35-point rule is how that clock works.
I wouldn't mind seeing like a 10-play drive here, burn a little clock.
Yeah. I mean, the Go-Hawks didn't even use 10 minutes in the first half.
Yeah.
8 minutes and change in the first half of possession. That's because they scored quickly. They scored on defense. They had, pump blocks that put them on short porches. Wide receiver on either side of Caleb Shipper, who's 1 for 2 through the air in first half. He throws right-hand side to Meyer Lillibridge, and there's no gain on that play. And that's a long throw. And once again, Bate was coming at that. If he gets there a little bit quicker, like you said earlier, it could be a pick six.
Yeah, it looks to me like it might be time for a little out and up action. He is coming hard on that.
That's a great point. And it's a scary 1-yard gain. And anytime you throw to the sidelines in high school, it makes me a bit nervous. You take for granted when you watch on, Saturdays and Sundays just how easy those guys make that throw look. 2nd down and 9, man in motion. They're going to fake it to the motion. Give it to the motion man. That's Johnson. Good block in front of him. 40, 45, 50, sideline. First down, 40, and out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A first Maxfield Mutual Insurance, 1st down and 10. Boy, great blocking on that edge. They sealed that perfectly.
Great blocking, good run. Johnson showing off his track speed a little bit there.
And Coach Cal Twait, the football coach and the track coach. Of course, he's an offensive lineman, but it's a good way to get in touch with your skill guys doing track. Handoff goes left-hand side. It's Haggerty tiptoeing to the 30, down to the 25. That's a first down run, a gain of 11 off the left-hand side. He just kind of tiptoed through the hole and waited for blocks to get set up in front of him.
Yeah, he kind of let his pullers get through, and they didn't throw great blocks, but they got in the way enough where he was able to find that crease and get some good positive yards there.
Balls to the 23-yard line. For Waverly-Shell Rock, Caleb Shipper runs the play in. 9:45 to go in the third. Twins off to the right. That's Meyer Lillibridge out wide, Johnson in slot. Single coverage on those two boys. Shipper hands the football off. Haggerty gets caught by the legs immediately. Didn't get anything there. No play action might be there because they're selling out to stop the run.
Yeah, they're really coming up fast on the run up the middle, on the short throws to the outside. Might be time for a little trickery or a little play action or something.
And you almost feel that a tight end might sneak out or a wingback sneak out. Wide receiver on either side, 2nd down and 10. Shipper hands the football off. Oh, it's going to be a double handoff, but then Haggerty's tackle. That was going to go back to Dewey, and Haggerty was escorted by 2 Warriors to the ground. Did a good job not trying to do anything and flip the ball or anything like that. He was smart with it.
Yeah, there was nobody home over here either, so they're lucky they got there when they did, because that would have been a touchdown.
3rd down and 15 to go after that tackle for loss. And you're right, yeah, it would have been that way, but both guys sold out on Haggerty, and discretion, the better part of valor. Go Hawks down at their 29-yard line. Got to get some yards here. Maybe get a field goal out of it if you can't get a first. Shipper drops back, steps up. He's going to be sacked, and the Go Hawks going to be out of field goal range for mortals at least.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Go Hawk football brought to you by Rolling Forward, Waverly Health Center, Dillab Oil Company, Waverly Tire Company, St. Paul's Lutheran Church and School, Butler Bremer Communications, and First Bank of Waverly, Plainfield, and Cedar Falls. They're going to send him out here. This is for the school career record of most field goals. And he's going to try a 53, let's call this 52-yarder between the hashes. 52-yarder.
Funny, Coach Twait had his arm around me and said, "Can you make it?" And he shook his head yes and put him out there.
The snap, the hold, the kick is blocked. His first miss of the year. It's a block. He's now 6 for 7 on the year. And that's thinking about those long kicks. You try to lower the trajectory, and he went too low on that one.
Yeah, I think honestly it looked like he might have missed it. He tried to change his trajectory a little too much. It looked like he kicked a line drive right into the line there.
Hey, that's the thing about him. I feel like whatever he did from 35 would have made from 52.
Yeah, the way he's been kicking the ball, I wouldn't change a darn thing.
Yeah. But there's something about that number 50 that changes the mentality of a kicker, I think. Even in some fantasy football leagues in the NFL, you get extra points for those. Back to pass. McGuire throws, almost intercepted by Holmgard, and then dropped, just straight up dropped by Tia. I think Tia was expecting to have to tackle Holmgard, and at the last second turned back into a wide receiver.
Yeah, if that pass would have been about 3 inches lower, it probably would have been pick 6.
Because Holmgard's right there in the gap between the receiver and the quarterback. It's not his man, but he jumps up and almost gets that. And, I've been there as a receiver where you switch your mindset, and then the ball sneaks up on you. 2nd down and 10. Washington's not been able to do much. McGuire drops back from under center, throws again. Same sort of thing, and way, way off target. Once again, Holmgard was out there as kind of the extra man, and I'm not sure where they were going. They're going to Ra, but he wasn't open at all.
And Thomas Meyer had really good coverage on that play as well. I didn't see what he was looking at.
No, I don't think there was anything there. I think that's one of those where that was his first option. He just threw it anyway.
First option, only option, I think.
No doubt. 3rd down and 10. 6:17 to go in the third quarter. 38-7 Go Hawks on that rolling forward scoreboard. Wide receiver on either side. Backing up is McGuire from shotgun. And the pocket pops. He wants to run, and he gets hit hard by Jack Elsa-Miller. He might not want to run anymore. He didn't get anything there.
Jack's not afraid to come up and bring the thunder.
He's fun to watch. It's crazy to think this is his first year out for football.
Yeah, it's wild, but it doesn't surprise me. He's such a tough kid and such a hard worker, and he's been a huge piece to our football team this year.
I don't know who's more excited that he came out, the coaches or his parents. Get to watch him play some football. 4th down and 9. Punter runs, kicks a high hanger. Look out. It's Peter Call. His Lok was thinking about fair catching it, and it falls down at the 32-yard line. Go Hawks will have the ball with 5:30 to go in the third quarter, up by 31 points. Game brought to you by Assured Partners, Jerry Rolling Motors, First Maxfield Mutual Insurance, CUSB Bank, Yoder Construction, American Family Insurance, Malloy and Associates Waverly, Elsa Miller Electric, and the Pizza Ranch in Waverly. American flag not moving at all. I think we've gotten a still night. It started with about winds at 7 miles an hour, but there doesn't seem to be any wind at all. Got a gorgeous night for homecoming. Shipper in shotgun, hands the football off. Haggerty, good block, makes a man miss the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 to the sideline, and he's thrown down on the play by Riley, but a first Maxfield Mutual Insurance first down and 10, an explosive play.
I know we don't want to get too cute here, but I mean, their safeties keep getting closer and closer and closer to the line of scrimmage, and we're one-on-one on the outside with the corner who's about 7 yards off. There's going to be an opportunity to get one here.
Dan Ryland Peters, that big play threats off on the right-hand side. I would like to see a play action to him at one point in time. Blitz from Washington. Back to pass. Shipper steps up, throws a long ball to Peters. It's to the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage on that by Bate. That's exactly what we thought we'd see, minus the play action. There wasn't time for play action. But I like the fact they took that shot.
Yeah, I do too. That's been there, and I'm sure they saw it a long time ago, and they're just waiting for the right moment to call that play. Actually, Peters did a really nice job of turning into the D-back on that play and breaking up that interception.
And if Shipper had maybe just a quarter more second, I think he gets a better throw into that. He's kind of rushed. 2nd down and 10. Jorgensen in at halfback. Shipper gets the snap. Hands it off to Jorgensen, left-hand side. Good blocking. Follows his blockers, 40, 45, breaks the tackle, gets to the 30. It's just at 40, 35, and down to the 30. That's a first down run of 12 yards by Jorgensen. Again, he's so small, he just kind of hides behind those big fellas.
He doesn't, you'd think at 155 pounds or whatever he is, he'd fall back sometimes, but when he runs the ball, he's always falling forward. His legs are always churning, he's spinning, he's rolling. Really effective running back for us.
Boy, a nice drive here by the Go Hawks. Kind of grinding this one out, taking their time doing it. Students rambunctious down below us with all that homecoming energy all week, turning into this 38-7 lead. Shipper back to pass. Throws the screen, bobbled by Johnson, and he drops it. Went to him, and he just didn't catch it cleanly. It was set up nicely.
The old tunnel screen.
Yeah, and it was Shaughnessy that D tackle is the only one there, and I like Johnson against a D tackle in space.
Yeah, I think we'll win that battle most of the time.
Tunnel screen. Did you guys do that a lot when you were at Wartburg? I know that was kind of a bread and butter play in the early 2000s.
Yeah, we were a big screen team. Lots of different types of screens.
2nd down and 10. Wide receiver on either side. Shipper hands the football off to Jorgensen. Slides by a would-be tackler and gets a mild gain on that one, a small gain. But it looked like he was going to get a big tackle for loss. In fact, I don't know if he got a gain at all. Maybe just back to the line of scrimmage. Wash is just guessing on that off-tackle run now.
Yeah, they're just bringing pressure from everywhere and gambling a little bit on everything, trying to get negative yardage plays.
Well, if the Go Hawks score another touchdown, the clock gets continuous, so they're really trying to avoid that. Man in motion is Johnson. They're going to give it to him. He gets around the outside, now cuts back in. He's not going to get that first down. And the field goal unit's probably going to come out for Waverly-Shell Rock. On 4th down, much closer one. But no, the offense might stay out here.
We're staying.
And, if you don't go for it, at least do what they did to us earlier and draw them offside.
Yeah, it looks like about 4. Definitely would be a first down.
Yes. If they jumped, it would be a first down. I think it's harder to draw them offside from shotgun, though. I could be wrong on that, though. If they don't draw him offside, they hand the football off to Jorgensen, who runs left-hand side. He's going to get the first down. Good, strong run. The Go Hawks are in the Noel Fry State Farm red zone. Great run there, and then also keeps the clock going. And if this thing goes way down on the clock and then you score, this game's going to be real fast, real quick. They took him down at the 9-yard line, so it's first down and goal. Waverly Shark breaks the huddle. Twins to the right-hand side. Wing back to the left. Jorgensen's the halfback. Shipper back to pass. Throws outside. Caught by Johnson, and he's hit immediately. That's Bate again. And Bate is just like, is a shark down there trying to get everything underneath.
Yeah, everything we've thrown at the flat, he's coming like a missile.
Yeah. You'll love that energy from him. But as you said, that out and up might be there.
Yeah, there's no hesitation. He's not overly concerned about anything going over his head.
No doubt. That's exactly right. And if you have time to throw it, it's there. I guarantee you. 2nd and goal from the 8. Handoff goes to Jorgensen. In between tackles, spins. He's going to get nowhere. Nothing there. Hard sledding for WSR. Haggerty's going to come in to play halfback now. And Matt Ray, Nate Steggy here with you on K-Way Country, AM 1470, FM 96.3, KWayRadio.com, our free mobile app, the TuneIn app, Huddle, Stream, whatever you're listening on. Thanks for joining us on this gorgeous 10th day of October, homecoming night for Waverly-Shell with 1:22 to go in the 3rd. Waverly-Shell 38, Cedar Rapids, Washington 7 in this district game. A must-win for the Gillhawks. Need to win out if they want to go to the playoffs. Shipper pumps, goes outside Peters. Jump ball knocked away at the last second. Tremendously well done by Cedar Rapids, Washington's Keegan Waters. Kind of a fade ball, and Peters, tall boy, goes up and gets it, but it's slapped out of the 6'4" receiver's hands, and the Gillhawks are going to have to settle for 3, which does not start the clock.
No, but it's going to hopefully break 2 school records.
It will tie a school record for field goals in a season, which is 7. And if he makes this, it'll be a school record for field goals in a career. Here's a snap, a hold, the kick is up. And the kick goes wide right. Didn't think we'd see Gavin Backel miss 2 in a game, let alone 2 in a season. As he missed that one. You know what, though? I'd send him out there again and again and again.
Absolutely.
I've got all the trust in the world in Gavin Backel.
I don't think there's enough pressure, maybe. He's always he's clutch.
I was thinking about that, that game against Mason City. He goes out there like it's nothing. Hits the game tire, hits the game winner. And you think back, you're like, well, it's short. Those wide hashes, those are tough kicks. And he showed it there that it is a tough angle short there.
Yeah, his last kick against Mason City was about as tough of a kick as you can get when you're close and you're on the right hash. That's a hard kick for a left-handed kicker.
Score stays 38-7 Gillhawks with 59 seconds to go in the 3rd period. Under center, McGuire hands the football off, and it bursts straight through as Jorgensen brings down Nick Riley. Gain of 5, one of their better runs in a while. Few more seconds to go here in this quarter. Washington's going to run out of time, though, even without the continuous clock, it looks like. They don't seem to have a lot of urgency.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
Receivers on either side. Grady McGuire, the senior QB under center. Hands the football off. Running back falls forward, a yard shy of the first. That's Riley again.
And Jorgensen again.
14 seconds to go in the quarter. That might have been the last play of the quarter. Let's see if Cedar Rapids Washington does anything. Yeah, they're not going to. Nobody scored in that quarter. It's 38-7. Waverly Sharks still with the lead as we go to the 4th and final quarter. You're listening to Rolling Fork Presents Go Hawk Football on the K-Way Sports Network.
Because we know students can always use extra cash. WSR students, for a limited time, open a new checking account at CUSB Bank and earn up to $75. A minimum deposit of $25 is required to open the account. Stop in our Waverly and Shell Rock locations today to learn more. CUSB Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
3 quarters of football in the books. The Gillhawks 38-7, still the scores. Nobody scored in that quarter, and it's not often you go, nobody scored in the quarter. That was fantastic, but that's exactly how you have to feel. I mean, obviously the Gillhawks wanted to get the clock going. They wanted to score. They had 2 chances at field goals, chance for touchdowns. But all in all, you just took 12 minutes of comeback time away from the Warriors.
Yeah, running clock is just a luxury, but they haven't closed the gap at all, and there's only 12 minutes left to play here. We just got to finish strong.
3rd down and 1 for Wash as they're under center with McGuire. He barks. He's pointing somebody out, gets back under center, hands the football off. It's a keeper, and he's hit.
Didn't get it.
He shouldn't have kept it. He was hit and brought down by the Go-Hawks, Jack Elsemiller. What a play there. Mason Hendricks pumped about that. 4th down and 1. They have to go for this, right? Now,
oh, they gave it to
the
him.
clock's wrong. It says 12:35.
Well,
no, okay, there was 11. The
they
scoreboard
gave that
says
first down to
oh
him.
my gosh, no way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the clock going wacko on us, and man.
Whoa.
Salvation Army here refereeing. They're generous on that one. They've done a good job tonight, but that was not the right call. Oh, falling over, handing off to Riley is McGuire, and Riley hit right away at the line of scrimmage. He got his ankle stepped on as he dropped back. Did McGuire handed it off whilst falling, and Nick Riley somehow managed to get back to the line of scrimmage and fall forward for 1. And that looked a la that Trevor Lawrence play the other day where he falls over. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't see that one.
It was a game-winning touchdown against the Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence got his right leg stepped on, fell over, and flopped on the ground like a dead fish for a second, got up and ran the ball in.
Oh, jeez.
You just never know what you're going to see. Now, in high school, fall over, it's over. Under center, McGuire tosses to the near side. Go Hawks flowing well. And they just sent so many hats out there. Elsemiller gets the tackle, but that is picture-perfect defense.
Again, Che Newsom coming up from that safety spot, stretching that play out, allowed Jack to pursue. And, man, Jack has had some fierce tackles tonight.
Yes, he has.
He's fired up, too.
Hey, you'd love to see that. You got to play with energy. And I was talking last night about volleyball with Doug Frizzell. What does energy mean? Well, you see it. It's your body language. You're seeing that from the Go-Hawks. Twins right, one receiver left. Back to pass, McGuire. Willis chasing him down from behind. Now Cedric chasing him. He rolls the sideline. Picked! Che Newsom slides baseball style and picks it at the 40. That is the 3rd interception thrown by Grady McGuire all year. Che Newsom gets that one, and the Go-Hawks get it at the Warrior 40 with 9:39 to go. Great job by the D-line running after as Ian Cedric hobbles off on the Charlie horse, but that was all coverage in the back. Great pursuit by the front. I mean, everybody's doing their job right now.
Yeah, that was impressive. Our defensive line was all over him, forced that tough throw, and Che kind of came out of nowhere and jumped in front of that ball and made a great sliding catch.
He's a kid getting college looks. Obviously, he's got the athleticism, no doubt about it. He's a smart kid. All the Newsom boys seem to be so smart. First down and 10. Run for Lulk, the QB. Gets her on the outside. Boy, just needed one more block for that to be really big. It was a gain of 4. Go-Hawks get one more hat out there. That might have been in the red zone. Next touchdown for the Go-Hawks are going left to right on your dial. Would get the continuous clock going, though this feels like a continuous clock sort of game right now.
It's going to go fast, especially if we can control the possession here. We're going to keep the ball on the ground. We're going to keep that clock running.
2nd down and 6 for the Go-Hawks. Lulk is getting the snaps here at QB. Wide receiver on either side of him. Drops back. Looking to pass, throws outside. That's Cash Ryan catching. He's going to go to the outside and get a first down, a gain of 10 by Cash Ryan. I didn't know if he could catch or not. He's a lineman who's gotten a tight end jersey. That's got to feel good for Cash.
Yeah, you know, Cash is a pretty good basketball player, too. He's got some good skills. He's got good ball skills, and he actually does have really good hands for a big fella.
He flourished early, and he's the first 8th grader in years to play varsity baseball a couple years ago. And so there's just not many guys that get to where he is as soon as he has athletically. Ball's on the left side hash. Back to pass. Lulk. Nobody's open. He should have run it. He is going to run it. Gets the 25, gets the sideline, pushed out of bounds on the 21-yard line. Our game brought to you in part by Denver Insurance Agency, Fairview Ag and Waverly, Cedar Valley Futures Trading, Noel Fry State Farm in Waverly, North Iowa Counseling, and Johnson Financial Services, to name a few of our wonderful sponsors. Off the 21, second on and 5, and that's something Lowell can do. You know, nothing's there, I'll just go and get you 5. Pretty good consolation prize, 5 yards on first. Usually you're designing plays to get 5 on first. Wide receiver on either side. Lowell on the right side hash takes the snap, hands the football off to Haggerty, who gets 1 yard as the Go Hawks get into the Noel Fry State Farm red zone call. Noel Fry with State Farm Insurance in Waverly. Just over 8 minutes to go. Third down and 4. In this big crowd here, a few people into their cars already, probably listening. Drive safe on your way out. Lowell back to pass, pump, go. Great ball, wide open. Meyer Lillibridge catches. He had to wait for that thing to get to him, but he scores the touchdown, a 20-yard touchdown pass, the third touchdown pass by Lowell this year.
We got our little hitch and go there.
That was Meyer Lillibridge's second touchdown reception of the season. That was the hitch and go you've been asking for. The ball hung in the air quite a long time. I'm telling you, Meyer Lillibridge is probably, come on, get to me.
Sometimes those are tough when you got to wait for them like that.
PAT will be added. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good, and the clock is on. 45-7 Go Hawks on the K-Way Sports Network.
Life is full of moments you want to protect. Your first car, your new home, your family's future. But with so many options, how do you know you have the right coverage? That's where Noel Fry, State Farm in Waverly comes in. His team is there to be your neighbors, not just your insurance agents. They'll take the time to sit down with you, understand your needs, and build a personal price plan that fits your life and your budget. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, they're there to help you get the coverage you need and the discounts you deserve, like bundling your policies together. So when you're ready to protect what matters most, call a neighbor you can trust.
Noel Fry State Farm. Call us today at 319-352-1404. That's 319-352-1404. Or visit us at 2024 3rd Avenue Northwest, Suite B in Waverly.
7:40 to go in the football game. 45-7 as the Go Hawks score. American Family Insurance drive summary. That was domination by the Go Hawks as they just owned the front. See how you can save money on your car insurance with American Family Insurance. Malloy and Associates in Waverly as the Go Hawks will kick left to right on your dial. The continuous clock means that we're going to go through this last 7:40 almost like it's 7 minutes 40 seconds. High hanging kick taken at the 7-yard line. Good coverage by the Go Hawks, and they're going to bring him down at the 26-yard line or so. As Waverly Shark defense will get out there, we'll probably see some new faces, Nate. And we are.
There we are. Looks like we got Preston Kimmy.
Cash Ryan's switched jerseys.
Now he's 77.
Hey, catch a pass. You can retire that 84, right?
You got Merrick Haggerty at the end.
Also out there for the Go Hawks, Niall Epley out on the field. See Simeon Kroyman out there. Get you other names as we see them. Beckett Klein in at safety. Quinn Lockhart out there. Pass goes the outside. Lockhart just mentioned makes the tackle after a gain of 5. Well, he just slammed into the thighs of the receiver. Lockhart has a touchdown earlier this year. As we've talked about, he's a pretty special young kid. Also, Pax Aguilera on the field. Egan Hunt out there for the Go Hawks. Got a final score. Well, no, not quite final. 58-13. Decora's leading. Handoff goes to the second man in the I formation, runs straight up the middle, and a first down run across the 40. Wash is probably going to have a little more success against this group, but I tell you what, the standard's still the same for these kids. They want to keep the Warriors out of the end zone. They want to keep the clock ticking.
Yeah, for sure. And this is a great experience for these guys. Basically, I think everybody out there is a sophomore right now. It's a great experience for these guys. And
Yeah, they're supposed to be playing curtain raisers, right? And they're out there in varsity playing against the ones. First down and 10 from the 45 of Washington. Handoff goes to their second man. Gets the outside. And he's going to get a first down run. Go Hawks point. It looked like they had hats there. They just didn't make the tackles. And that may be just junior, senior bodies bigger than sophomores.
yeah, there's just, you can see it, right? When you look across the field, you can see the physical difference. But this, like I said, it's really good for these kids. And if nothing else, it's like, oh, hey, this is what I got to be looking like next year when I step on the field.
Yeah, Drake Forcier out there. John Neath, ninth out there as well. First down and 10. Back to pass. McGuire throws left-hand side. Completed at the 35 as the receiver, Tia, goes down to his knees. There's a gain of 8. Waverly-Shell Rocks got these newer guys out there trying to make some big plays. Good to see the starters getting a rest, too, as the Hawks have been in a war. And Bonneret Farrar was the last time that you've had a situation where you get guys off the field. I mean, it has been battle after battle, playing ranked teams or coming back against Mason City. There's just been no time to rest. Back to pass, McGuire throws a deep ball over the middle as Tia, but he overthrows him by just a tad. Tia almost got underneath that. That was not a terrible ball.
No, that was a good ball, and he almost made a heck of a catch there.
He's diving forward right at the field goal post in the middle of the end zone. Would have been a touchdown had he reeled that one in. Third down and 2 for the young Go-Hawks out there defensively. When you hear this music, you know what that means. Get the stop. Wide receiver right and left. Under center's McGuire. Pro set behind him. Hands off to the tailback. And there's going to be a first down run. Decent run on the play there by Gabe Brown. Moves the chains. 3.5 minutes to go in the football game. Brought to you in part by Blueberry Hill Ag Services, Dale Service, Cedar Valley Appliance, Waverly Family Dentistry, Waverly Utilities, Folkers Financial Strategies, and Joe Hawk Dumpers. Boy, you look at the clock and you go, where'd it go? It's really flying.
It's going to go fast.
Of course, the dance tomorrow looking like it might be more fun. Shotgun formation for McGuire. 3-step drop. Throws to his right-hand side. Completes it to the tight end. That's Stroshine. He's knocked out of bounds. Under 3 minutes to go. You don't have to chaperone.
I was just going to say, thankfully, I didn't get asked to chaperone the dance.
Have you done that a few times?
I haven't, and I'm hoping I never get asked.
Well, now the word's out there.
Until my kids are in high school, right?
Yeah, then you're going to be on at least one couple pretty tight, right?
Yeah.
You got a few more years before that. Not long, though.
Not much.
First down and 10 for Wash. McGuire drops back, throws right-hand side towards the end zone. Lockhart, great coverage, knocks it down. Quinn Lockhart, stride for stride on that play with Ra.
Nice play there by Quinn. He got his hands on that ball. Really athletic play.
How old is your oldest now?
6th grade.
Okay, so it's just a couple years.
That's not too far away.
Darn. Second down and 10. 1:59 and counting to go on that clock. Under center. McGuire. Play action. Has a man on him. Throws outside. Completes it to the tight end. And he's going to dance down the sideline. If he's in bounds, he's in. He's in. A touchdown pass of 19 yards. That will stop the clock. As Stroshine gets into the end zone. You know, looking down, talking about young guys. John Hubbard's little guy down there, running, grabbing the tees. It wasn't that long ago. Wesley was the little Hubbard on the sideline. Now he's prepping it. He's in college playing for Wartburg as the ball's up and through the uprights. 45-14, Go Hawks with the lead. Be back after this. You're listening to Waverly-Shell Rock football on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Brad with North Iowa Counseling. Life's challenges don't always keep office hours. And when you're ready to talk, you shouldn't have to wait. At North Iowa Counseling, we understand. That's why we've made accessing support as easy and timely as possible. We offer appointments available all times of the day, fitting your schedule, not ours. And critically, when you reach out, our goal is to see new clients within just 5 days of your first contact. Don't put off getting the support you need. Whether it's morning, noon, or evening, North Iowa Counseling is here. Take the first step. Contact us today at nicounseling.com. North Iowa Counseling, navigating life's hurts.
1 minute, 39 seconds to go in the football game. 45-14. Washington just scored against the Go Hawks sophomores. Go Hawks.
Pretty sure we have 12 guys out there right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Now we got 11.
Somebody must have run off. Feel like Sesame Street on the count there. 45-14. The clock is back to normal with that touchdown by the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors, who are in 5A, now down to 4A with the Go Hawks in their district. Kicks a touchback. Oh, no, just before the goal line, Quinn Locker takes it. And he's going to dance forward to the 26-yard line. Good return there by Quinn, and that allows some time to come off the clock. We'll see whether Wash lets the Gilhawks kneel this thing out or not, Coach.
Yeah, I'd say we got all of our subs in, so I would assume we're going to run plays.
Yeah.
I'd assume they're going to be run plays, but typically you don't have your reserves take a knee. Oh.
Timeout called by Washington. Let's take one with them. 1:31 to go. 45-14. Go Hawks with the lead. The final minutes of regulation coming up after this. Go Hawk football presented by Rolling Forward on the K-Way Sports Network.
Hi, this is Brad with North Iowa Counseling. Life's challenges don't always keep office hours. And when you're ready to talk, you shouldn't have to wait. At North Iowa Counseling, we understand. That's why we've made accessing support as easy and timely as possible. We offer appointments available all times of the day, fitting your schedule, not ours. And critically, when you reach out, our goal is to see new clients within just 5 days of your first contact. Don't put off getting the support you need. Whether it's morning, noon, or evening, North Iowa Counseling is here. Take the first step. Contact us today at nicounseling.com. North Iowa Counseling, navigating life's hurts.
Waverly-Shell leads 45-14 on that Rolling Forward scoreboard with 1:31 to go in the football game. Go Hawks with backups in. Trevor Beck, the signal caller, takes the snap, hands the football off, right-hand side, 30, 35, 40, that's Forcier, 50, 40 down the sideline, 30, and he's going to be caught from behind and drugged down by the shoulders at the 20-yard line. Drake Forcier runs all the way down the sideline for a big gain. No time ran off the clock somehow, though. They didn't start it. Got to run.
That's not the best way to burn the clock.
Oh, now it's down to 1:19. And, well.
It's a little glitchy.
Yeah, the clock is really glitchy. And it has to do with all the cell phone usage, they say. I think, again, the Go Hawk Gridiron Club, their beef raffle, I think that might be where the money needs to go. Twins left-hand side. Handoff goes right-hand side. Good run to the 10, and down goes Kroyman. Simeon Kroyman. Haven't seen him take a handoff all year, I don't think.
No, I had heard at Mason City they trialed him a little bit at running back, and he had a heck of a game. So might be something we see in the future.
First down and goal from the 9 with 45 seconds left in the football game. It's going to be a kneel play here, it looks like. Well, no. He's under center. Yep, it is a kneel. And that's going to take us to the end of this game. Waverly-Shell Rock, happy homecoming indeed. 45-14, the final score. The Go Hawks get their third win of the year, and they are now just one loss in the district. And the next two games could decide whether or not they're going to the playoffs. Take it one game at a time, but you put a check mark by this one as the Go Hawks win 45-14. Stick around. We've got the post-game show where we'll get the Waverly Box and Pallet Box score. We'll pick our assured partner's name of the game and talk with Happy coach Cal Twait. 45-14, the Go Hawks win.